fact is, sir, he had been a terrible shock to his family. He went to France, turned papist, sir, and became a monk.
Oh, dear.
Ah, yes, sir. Oh, terrible to do it, mate. He was still living, too, when I last heard, still in the error of his ways.
Oh, very interesting.
If he is alive, Peter, he's probably the real heir, being Miss Dawson's uncle.
Yes. It wasn't quite Mr. Paul I had in mind, actually, Mrs. Goblin. The foreign relation I heard about was a real foreigner. In fact, a very dark-complexioned man, almost a black man, or so I was told.
Black? Oh, no, sir, that couldn't be. Unless... Dear Lord of mercy. It couldn't be that, surely. Ben? Do you think it could be that? Oh, Simon, you know.
I never heard tell much about him.
Oh, no, nobody did. He were a long way back. Mr. Henry's uncle, sir. He sailed away to the West Indies many years ago, and nobody knew what became of him. Wouldn't it be a queer thing, like, if he was to have married a black wife, and this were, his grandson, I suppose, or great-grandson?
'Tis piteous Mr. Probyn ain't in England any longer, sir. He could have told you more about the family than what we can. He were the family solicitor, you say, but he retired last year, went to Italy.
That's right, sir.
The family solicitor, eh?
That's right, sir. Pointer and Winkin have his business now in Crofton Magnus, 12 miles from here.
Then I think we'd better pay them a visit. Mr. and Mrs. Goblin, thank you for your hospitality and for all you have told us. It's been most interesting.
Not at all, sir.
Goodbye, then.
Goodbye to you, sir.
God bless you both.
Goodbye, Mr. and Mrs. Goblin. What a charming couple.
Yes. But Cousin Hallelujah's a washout. A grandson of Miss Dawson's great-uncle is far too distant a relative to dispute Miss Whittaker's title.
Probably, yes, but there may be something in it. Still, I certainly think that the disgraceful and papistical Mr. Paul is more promising. Obviously, Mr. Probyn is the bird to get hold of. I think he knows exactly why Miss Dawson should have made a will.
So we're going into Crofton Magna.
We are. Messrs. Pointer and Winkin will no doubt furnish us with Mr. Probyn's Italian address. Then tonight I shall write to him and to my friend Bishop Lambert of the Orinoco Mission to get a line on Hallelujah. Hallelujah fascinates me, Charles. I don't intend to eliminate him until I have to.
I wonder if you... Peter, there you are. I thought I'd never find the place. Why don't you give me a proper address?
Tabernacle Mission House, Stepney, was all the bishop gave me, old thing. Hallelujah will be coming down in a minute, I'm told.
Well, it doesn't look sort of a place a dangerous murderer'd go into hiding in, does it?
No. And I'm told he's elderly and living in reduced circumstances, too.
You asked to see me?
Mr. Dawson?
Yes.
Oh. Well, we are making certain inquiries in connection with the family of the Dawsons of Norfolk, and it has been suggested that you might be able to enlighten us, what? As to their West Indian connections, don't you know? If you would be so good.
Yes. I am myself, in a way, a descendant of the family. Won't you sit down?
Thank you. Yeah, well, we thought you might be.
You do not come from Miss Whittaker?
No. No, we are preparing a work on county families, don't you know? Tombstones and genealogies and that sort of thing.
I'd hope perhaps... no, never mind. I shall be very happy to help you in any way.
Thank you. Well, the question now is, what became of Simon Dawson? We know that he left his family and sailed for the West Indies in, 17...
No. 1810, yes. In fact, he fell in with the press gang and was carried off to sea.
Indeed.
Yes. He served for about 15 years, and then, to cut a long story short, he deserted and ran away to Trinidad under another name.
Oh, and what was that?
Harkaway.
I see.
Some English people there were kind to him and gave him work on their sugar plantation. He did well, and eventually became owner of his own small plantation. And as he liked the life, he remained. Of course, being a deserter, he wouldn't have come home even if he'd known about his inheritance.
Inheritance? Was he the eldest son, then?
No, the third. But Barnabas was killed at Waterloo, and Roger died of smallpox as a child.
So who took the estate?
Frederick, the fourth son. He was Henry Dawson's father.
And Agatha's grandfather?
Yes.
So, in fact, though, the estate legally belonged to Simon Dawson and his descendants?
That's correct. I am his grandson.
Well, then,
No.
you?
When I came upon some old family papers belonging to Simon and learned that I was not a Harkaway, but a Dawson, I too dared to believe that God would yet raise up a table in the wilderness for my poor, suffering family. But it was not God's will. I came over here, went to Norfolk, and then to Crofton, where I saw a lawyer in the town there, Mr. Probyn of Crofton Magna. You know him.
We've heard of him.
He was very kind. He showed me the genealogy of the family, and how my grandfather should have been heir to the property. But alas, when I showed him my grandmother's marriage certificate, he told me it was no certificate at all. I fear that Simon Dawson was a sad sinner. He took my grandmother to live with him, as many of the planters did take women of color. And he gave her this document, which was supposed to be a certificate of marriage, signed by the governor of the country. But when Mr. Probyn inquired into it, he found that it was all a sham, and no such governor had ever existed. There was, in fact, no legal marriage.
What bad luck.
And distressing to my feelings as a Christian. But I called resignation to my aid. Mr. Probyn was also good enough to send me with a letter of introduction to Miss Agatha Dawson. She received me in the most charming way, and when I told her who I was, acknowledging, of course, that I had not the slightest claim upon her, she was good enough to make me an allowance of £100 a year, which she continued till her death.
Forgive my asking, hope it ain't impertinent, but does Miss Whittaker keep up the allowance?
Well, no. Perhaps I should not expect it, but it would have made a great difference to our circumstances. And Miss Dawson rather led me to hope that it might be continued. But perhaps Miss Whittaker did not get the money after all.
Oh, yes, she did. Yes, it's very odd. Well, she may have forgotten about it.
I took the liberty of writing her a few words of spiritual comfort when her aunt died. Perhaps that did not please her. Of course, I did not write again. Yet I am loath to believe that she has hardened her heart against the unfortunate. No doubt there's some explanation.
No doubt. Well, I'm very grateful to you for your kindness, Mr. Dawson. That has cleared up the little matter of Simon and his descendants. I'll just make a note of the names and dates, if I may.
Certainly. I have here a family tree which Mr. Probyn kindly made out for me.
Most interesting, ain't it, Charles?
Very.
Look here. Here's our Father Paul, the bad boy who turned R.C. and became a monk.
But he's dead, Peter. Look, he died in 1922, 3 years before Agatha Dawson.
Yes. Yeah, then we must wash him out. Well, these little setbacks will occur. Thank you, Mr. Dawson, once again. I think that's all we need.
Very pleased to have met you.
And you, Mr. Dawson. Goodbye.
Goodbye. You know, the more I hear of Mary Whittaker, the less I like her, Charles.
Yeah.
She might at least have given poor old cousin Hallelujah his £100.
Well, she's a rapacious female. Well, anyway, Father Paul's safely dead. Cousin Hallelujah is illegitimately descended, so there's an end of the long-lost claimant from overseas.
What? Now, that strikes a familiar chord. Now, where in thunder have I heard those words before? I've got it. I have got it, Charles. The new Property Act. Quick, in the car.
What is all this, Peter?
We're going to see Murbles at once.
Why?
Because he is a solicitor, Charles. He'll know why Miss Dawson should have made a will. Murbles!
Oh, Lord Peter.
Murbles. Murbles, isn't there a new Property Act?
Yes.
I knew it.
I don't understand.
Bear up, Mr. Murbles. He's always like this when he gets an idea. It wears off in time. Do you mind explaining yourself?
Sit down, old Parkerbird, and listen. I knew I'd read that sentence somewhere before. You know what you said, about doing away with a long-lost claimant from overseas.
Yes.
It was in some paper or other about a couple of years ago. Now, doesn't the new Act wash out the claims of distant relatives, Murbles?
Well, in a sense it does.
And what happens now if the owner of property dies without making a will?
Well, it's rather a complicated matter.
Well, look here, first of all, before the new Act was passed, the next of kin got it all, didn't he? No matter if he was only a seventh cousin 15 times removed. But what happens now in such a case?
Now, the new Act makes inheritance on intestacy very much simpler.
Yes, I'll bet it does. I know what an act to make things simpler means. It means that the people who drew it up don't understand it themselves, and that every one of its clauses needs a lawsuit to disentangle it. But what would happen if a man with no immediate family died intestate?
Well, under the new Act, if it were you that died and your brother Gerald and your sister Mary were already dead, your money would be equally divided among their issue, your nieces and nephews.
Yes, but suppose they were already dead, too. Suppose I'd gone tediously living on till I had nothing left but great-nephews and great-nieces. Would they inherit?
Why, yes, I suppose they would. Yes, I think they would.
Well, clearly they would if it says the issue of the deceased brothers and sisters.
Ah, no, Mr. Parker, we must not be precipitate. To the lay mind, doubtless, the word issue appears a simple one. But in law, the word may bear one or two or indeed several interpretations, according to the nature of the document in which it occurs and the date of the document.
But in the new Act...
I'm not particularly a specialist in the law concerning property, and I shouldn't like to give a decided opinion as to its interpretation, all the more as up to the present no case has come before the courts bearing on the present issue. No pun intended. But my immediate and highly tentative opinion would be, I think, that issue in this case means issue ad infinitum, and that therefore the great-nephews and great-nieces would be entitled to inherit.
Well, that sounds to me exactly like the old Act.
Yes, but you are not absolutely certain, are you, Murbles?
The question is a complicated one.
What did I tell you? I knew this simplifying act would cause a lot of muddle.
May I ask, Lord Peter, exactly why you want to know all this?
Because Mary Whittaker was Miss Dawson's great-niece.
Quite true. But she was apparently the nearest surviving relative, and since Agatha Dawson died in 1925, the money passed without any question to Mary Whittaker under the old Property Act. Is no ambiguity there?
No, none whatever. That's the point. But Miss Dawson was expected to live until February or March 1926. She died very unexpectedly and suddenly in November 1925.
God! I see what you're driving at, Peter. When did the new Act come into force, Mr. Murbles?
January the 1st, 1926.
This is the type of faceless animated videos that helped us grow our channel 10 times in 2025.
The Last Rose of Summer, a new drama serial for independent local radio, written by Stephen Gallagher. Episode 1.
Every year, when I lecture on this course, it's the same. There are 24 essays here. Look at them. And there isn't an original thought in any one of these 24. How can I get it across to you that the actions of men cannot be so simply dismissed as plots on a graph? They are complex. They can be hurt. They can resent. They can avenge. Never in untold millions of years could we evolve a formula to account for the whims and desires of a single individual, let alone a whole society, as some of you would suppose. But you may be pleased to know that you are not the first to suffer from this misconception. Attempts at a perfect administration, with or without the aid of a computer bureaucracy, have been made and have failed on most of the settled planets of the galaxy. Why have they failed? Why did they not reach the simplistic utopias of machine service that you have also glowingly described? The answer is very simple. If it isn't sophisticated enough for you, I'm sorry. You may as well leave the course, for then I can never expect you to understand. The reason, very simply, is man. Intemperate, disobedient, unpredictable, fundamentally idealistic man. And even if those ideals are only personal comfort and personal liberty, they are enough to wreck the most elaborate birdcage that the humble sociologist can conceive. Yes, perhaps you need further demonstration. All right, then I will tell the story yet again. Concentrate, please, ladies and gentlemen, on the hologram in front of you. It's a scene taking place on a planet in this system, and not so very long ago. These people are in the developed stages of a machine bureaucracy, with all that that implies. We are looking at a museum. We are looking particularly at this man. His name is Mitchell. He is about to speak to the attendant. Watch him. Watch this man, Mitchell, very closely.
Bet you've never seen one of them before, have you, sir?
Can't say I have. What's it called again?
A polypod, sir. Mechanical music. People used to have them in their homes.
What on earth for?
Ah, well, those were the days before public broadcasting, remember? If you didn't have music piped straight into your home, then this was the alternative. Of course, they played instruments in those days as well.
Played instruments?
Musical instruments, sir, like those early examples we have up on the 4th floor. Of course, they're only copies. You'd have to go to America to see the real thing.
I saw them. I couldn't make out where the computer was supposed to connect up.
That's the whole point, sir. If you look in the museum handbook, you'll see that instruments were the primitive stage of music when the sounds were produced by hand. Now, this polypon was an intermediate step before music became computer-generated. You see, this metal disc even looks like a punch card. It's the same principle.
Musical instruments. What will they think of next?
Slow treads all the way through, sir.
Are you sure it'll stand a strain? Looks as if it's ready to fall to pieces.
I'm afraid this is a copy as well, sir. Looks as flimsy as the original, but it's perfectly solid. If you wanted to see the real thing...
I'd have to go to America.
Quite so, sir. Then, of course, it wouldn't be in working order.
Well, plug it in, then.
Oh, you may be surprised to learn that there's no electricity involved here, sir. All mechanical, see?
So it is.
The action was programmed to start when a member of the public put a penny in. Oh, before you ask, sir, a penny was a currency token about the size and weight of this metal disc. Now, I'll just pop it in the slot like so. There. It's great, that, isn't it, sir?
It was ridiculous, really. There I was in this run-down museum listening to some primitive music box clattering away. I suppose I should have had something better to do, but as usual I hadn't. As long ago as it was, I can hear that music now. It still affects me in some absurd way. I'm sometimes tempted to think that this was the real start of the story, even before I found that spool of tape in Uncle Arthur's suitcase. I'd seen recording tape before, of course, but never out of a cassette. And this, well, there were yards and yards of it, all wound onto a plastic wheel. God knows how it was supposed to fit into a cassette machine.
Hello, Mitchell. It's only me.
Oh, hello, Baxter. Come in.
Ah, in already, old chap. Oh, new hobby?
No, just some things of my Uncle Arthur's. He's asked me to sort through them for him.
Not feeling up to it himself, then? Just goes to show what too much leisure can do to you, I suppose.
Actually, he's been rather ill. He was 4 days in a coma. They've sent him to the country to convalesce.
Oh, sorry, old man. Bad joke.
It's all right, Baxter. You weren't to know. Anyway, the word is that he's not likely to be coming back, I'm afraid.
Oh, sure.
So he's been asking for one or two things, and well, it's fallen to me to sort through 60 years' worth of junk to find them.
You'd probably have an easier time of it if you went and got a job, old man. You must have enough antique treasures there to start your own museum.
Almost.
Speaking of antique treasures, how's Mrs. Mitchell?
She was quite pleasant last time we spoke. That was probably because it was in the middle of her favourite video programme. It always improves her mood. She's down Riverside now.
Oh, the library?
That's right.
As a matter of fact, that's why I called. I'm on my way down to get some new hobby tapes. No, I wondered if you felt like coming along.
Another time, perhaps. Bit busy.
You sure?
Oh, don't let me stop you, then. Anything wrong, Baxter?
Come off it, Mitchell. I wasn't born yesterday, you know.
What on earth do you mean?
I saw you slide something under that brown polythene when I came in. You found something interesting in amongst that lot, and you want to keep it for yourself.
Don't be ridiculous, Baxter.
Nothing ridiculous about it, old lad. Exclude your old friend Baxter from a chance at a new hobby, would you? What is it, eh? Bit of pornographic video, touch of the old... Good God.
Get up, Baxter. You're throwing dust everywhere.
Oh, my God, do you know what this is?
It's a tape.
It's a 1/4-inch recording tape, that's all. And it's not in a cassette or anything. Do you realise you could be shot just for having this? I could be shot just for being here.
Oh, don't be so melodramatic, Baxter.
This is an unauthorised message medium. The only kind of tape that a citizen has access to is the kind in an official cassette produced by Central Command.
You mean the library?
Well, call it what you like. It's the same bloody computer in any case. This could be construed as treason.
Look, I just found it in Uncle Arthur's suitcase, that's all. Must have been there for years.
Then it should have been handed in at some time.
Well, what can I do about that?
Well, burn it, bury it, get rid of it somehow.
But I don't know what's on it.
And you don't want to know. There's no way you could play it back anyway.
Then where's the harm in having it?
They don't care about arguments like that at Central Command. And if they think you're guilty, that's it.
It looks like the same kind of tape they use in the cassettes.
Well, it probably is. That stuff's produced under license from Central Command. Every inch has to be accounted for. And there must be miles of it there.
Hardly. I wonder if I could get it to run on this cassette machine.
Don't even think of it.
Look, Baxter, nobody asked you to interfere. As far as I'm concerned, you can stroll off now and pretend none of it happened.
But that'll make no difference. They'll know I was here, and they'll never believe I didn't see anything.
And how are they supposed to know?
Well, they may have been doing a satellite spot check.
Oh, come on, Baxter. You don't believe that old story.
Listen. They've got satellites up there that can hear a mouse break wind from 10 miles away, and Central Command will know what kind of cheese it ate.
And what would Central Command care about a few feet of mouldy old tape that nobody can play back anyway?
You're talking about trying it on a cassette machine.
I reckon it can be done. If I open a cassette and replace the tape with this.
Open a cassette? Do you realise what you're saying?
Calm down, Baxter. If you carry on like this, you'll burst a blood vessel. These library cassettes are only cheap plastic. You can prise them open easily without disturbing the library seal. I've done it plenty of times when a tape's been tangled.
You're supposed to return any defective cassettes.
I know that. Oh, it's too frustrating if you have to break off in the middle of something interesting. I'm sure hundreds must do it. There, you see? The seal stays in one piece.
So it does. But look here, Mitchell.
No, you look here, Baxter. I've always valued you as your friend, but, well, you barged into this of your own accord. Now, you can either leave and forget all about this, or you can hang around while I see it through. I'm going to try to see what's on this tape, and when I've done that, I'll put the cassette back together, and nobody will be any the wiser, unless, of course, your satellite spy has dragged its attention away from belching mice for 5 minutes to see what the rabble are up to, in which case we were doomed the minute I opened that suitcase.
What's that?
I don't know. I'm not expecting anybody.
It's them, I knew it.
Better go and see who it is. And for God's sake, man, stop chewing your collar.
If they saw it all, they'll know I didn't want any part of it.
Look, just pull yourself together. May not be anything. Oh, Mr. Greenbaum.
Oh, Mr. Mitchell, I was wondering if you might want to pop across to my flat later. I have installed one of these new public broadcasters. The music is beautiful, really. Beautiful. I thought perhaps I might get in a beer as well, you think?
That sounds like a good idea, Mr. Greenbaum.
It's the best idea I've had all week.
Well, I'll be pleased to call round sometime. We'll arrange it later, eh?
Yeah, you're fine.
What did the old fool want?
He's not an old fool. He's a lonely old man with time on his hands.
Oh, sorry. Out of line.
I don't suppose it matters anyway. Now then, pass me that cassette. Or have they also got satellites that can see to count the fleas on dogs?
Sorry, here you are. But I still can't say I like it.
Don't say anything then. Oh, damn, it won't wind straight.
The tape's too slack.
Sorry?
Not enough tension. I'll hold this end while you wind it on.
Thanks.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the Library Division of Central Command. Please place your borrower's card in the slot in front of you and state your name. Remember, that to give a false identification is an offense.
Mitchell. Mrs.
You are identified, Mrs. Mitchell. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
And what can the library do for you, Mrs. Mitchell?
I've come to return these tapes and to get some new ones.
Please place your tapes in the delivery chute on your left. Ah, 3 dramas and a hobby tape. Tell me, Mrs. Mitchell, how did you enjoy The Shivering Willows?
Very much, thank you.
We find it is one of our most popular choices. So moving. I shall note your remarks for future recommendation.
I watched it twice.
So I see. Please remember to rewind the tape next time, Mrs. Mitchell.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Please don't worry about it, Mrs. Mitchell. Just make sure you rewind all the tapes next time. Now, what else did we have? I see you borrowed Arabic Passion for the second time.
If you remember, you suggested it to me.
Of course I remember, Mrs. Mitchell. We never forget anything. How is your husband?
Quite well, I suppose. We don't often talk.
So you said last time. Where is he now?
I left him at the flat. I've no idea what he was doing.
How much did you enjoy Gangster's Mall?
Quite a lot. I've always liked historical romances.
He hasn't been into the library for 3 weeks now.
I'm sorry?
Your husband. I was wondering why he has not visited us recently.
I wouldn't know. I think he goes for walks, museums, that kind of thing. He has a friend.
Name?
Baxter, I think. Yes, Baxter. I've only seen him a couple of times.
May I suggest some new tapes for your enjoyment? Here is Her Heart on Her Sleeve, a tender drama set in the world of retail management. I'm sure you'll find it very illuminating.
I'm sure I will.
Where does Baxter live?
Lilac Tree Mansions. It's across the street from our block.
Here is your second selection. It is called Susan of the Steelworks. Does Baxter work?
No, he's a citizen.
I see. This is Her Trust Rewarded, a romantic tale of old Tyneside. I think for hobbies this month, we'll try you on rug making. Here are the instructions. Use your library card to collect the materials from library stores.
Thank you.
Ask your husband to call on us more often. We would hate to see him fall idle.
Oh, he seems to find plenty to occupy himself with.
I'm sure he must. Unfortunately, such occupations can so often turn out to be of a disagreeable nature. Ask him to call on us.
I will.
Tell him we have new material to interest him. Tell him we remember his tastes. We remember his appetites. Tell him we never forget anything.
I'll tell him.
Please take your new selections from the delivery chute on your right and remove your library card when the green light flashes. The Library Division of Central Command thanks you for your visit, Mrs. Mitchell. We look forward to your return.
Damn! I'll never get it closed.
Yes, you will. You're almost there. Press harder.
If I press too hard, I'll break the tape spool inside, and then we'll have problems. Opening the cassette was much easier.
Look, down on the left. There we are.
Success.
Is it ready to play now?
Yes, straight away. We'll just go through to the machine.
And what about your background music? Can we turn it off?
Unfortunately, no. They came a couple of months back and put speakers all on the landings and hallways. The music's only supposed to be for the public areas, but you hear it everywhere.
Even at night?
Yes. Suitable lullaby-type music, of course, but it's still there. We'll just have to boost the volume on the player to cover it, that's all.
And what do you think it is?
You're very eager, seeing as how you were all set to commit ritual suicide about half an hour ago.
And the sooner we get it over with, the sooner you can remake that cassette and burn the tape. But I must admit, I am curious.
Curious? You're practically drooling on the carpet.
Oh, come on, old man. Don't keep a body waiting.
I'm just having a bit of trouble. I don't think there's any guide track recorded, so it won't line up to start. Let's try it like this.
What is it?
Well, it's music, but I've never heard anything like it.
It's frightening.
I don't know what this could be. The library's got nothing like this.
Turn it off, old man.
No.
Please, it frightens me.
I'm going to hear it through.
Your wife will be back any minute. What if she reports us?
Listen to it. Have you ever heard anything to compare with that?
Oh, turn it off. There's someone coming.
Oh, let them. I don't care.
You're mad.
Will you turn down that horrible noise? I said turn it down. I want to put my new tape on.
I'll see you tomorrow.
We present Susan of the Steelworks, a tale of soaring passion in the rolling mills. Come back with us now to a time when men were men and women were worshipped, for a tale of a tragic prisoner of love.
I have to admit, I was confused. It had to be music. What else could you call it? But it was like nothing I'd ever heard before, certainly not in any public place. Baxter grabbed the cassette and ran out with it like a scared rabbit. I suppose he must have destroyed the tape, because he gave me the empty cassette back the next day without saying a word. Can't say I blame him. The music had terrified him, literally terrified him. He'd sat there in a cold sweat until it stopped, and then he'd panicked. The next day, I went down to the library. I had the idea of asking for some music like it, but well, how could you begin to describe sounds like that? And of course, I couldn't say where I'd heard it before, or there would have been trouble. Baxter was right. Let them know that you've had access to an unauthorized message medium. You put yourself in line for a midnight visit. The situation was impossible. It wasn't only music. Books, shows, hobbies. If they were on tape, they came from and were controlled by Central Command. When you talk of Central Command, you're not thinking about an institution or a committee or even anything human. Central Command is a computer, or rather it's a number of computers linked together on one program. Different ones control different operations. At least I suppose that's how it works. Cleansing, housing, the library is all that sort of thing. Very convenient. Most of them are in one big building down Riverside. As far as I know, nobody's ever seen the inside beyond the library areas. The computers run it all, you see. Even the maintenance. They all have their own machines. So you see the problem. If I couldn't find what I wanted through Central Command, where else could I go?
Good morning, shoppers. We would like to draw your attention to some of the bargains of the food section, where textured protein is now selling at 4 credits below the recommended price. Swedes are also down in price today, so why not treat the family to something special this weekend? Moving on to our cosmetics counter, for a limited period we are offering free medical insurance to every buyer of our Wrinkle Killer home facelift preparation. Remember, shoppers, this is your big bargain store where your credit's worth more.
Excuse me?
You're talking to me?
I was actually, yes.
What do you want?
A piece of information.
Information point's over there.
No, I don't want to talk to the machine. I want something a bit more, well, unofficial.
Oh, now you're talking, pal. What you after then? Bit of beef, pork perhaps? Cost you mine.
No, you've got me wrong. I'm not looking for food.
Oh, what then?
Well, it's about music.
Music?
Yeah, the music you play. It isn't the same as the public service wavebands.
Anything I can do for you, sir? I'm the branch manager.
I was just making an inquiry.
There's an information point over there, sir.
This was more of a casual inquiry about your music.
Music, sir?
The background music in your store.
Oh, yes. It's rather nice, isn't it? We find it makes for a happy frame of mind in the shoppers. We rather hope it makes them buy more.
Sure it must, but well, where does it come from?
Come from? Central Command, I suppose.
Oh, it's not your own, then?
Our own? You are joking, I trust.
Of course. Silly of me. Good day.
What was all that about, then?
Just some citizen with too much time on his hands, that's all. We should all be so lucky.
Not natural, if you ask me.
Well, nobody is asking you, and if you don't get that trolley down to Section 4 in 2 minutes, I'll see you don't live to take your citizen's papers. Now, get that trolley.
It was the same wherever I went. Everywhere. The same answer.
Can I help you, sir? Curios, bygones, some odd little trinket?
I don't honestly know. Perhaps you can.
Or perhaps I can't. Ask me and we'll soon know, won't we?
Music.
Music, sir?
Not exactly the kind you get from Central Command.
It all comes from Central Command, sir.
Of course it does. Silly of me to bother you. Good day.
Just a minute, sir. Before you go, I might have something you'd be interested in, if you don't mind waiting while I go to the strong room. I have to warn you, sir, it's rather rare, and I had some trouble acquiring it. Of course, I listen to any offer, but I have to get a fair return to keep in business. There, sir. Have you ever seen anything quite like that? But lift the lid.
How much?
A very rare piece, sir. Very hard to come by.
It has to be a copy or it'll be falling to pieces.
Just for the crafts.
How much?
250. 200, then.
I'll take it. Here's my card to debit.
Oh, thank you very much, sir. I'll put this in a box for you. If it's music you're interested in, I do remember it being said they used to write it down.
Write it down? Music?
Bit hard to swallow, isn't it? Probably just a story, but it's what they used to say. I thought you might want to try a library.
I've tried the library.
No, not the library. A library. With books.
Books?
No, words printed on paper. You do read?
A bit. Labels, posters, that kind of thing.
Yes, well, books were what the old libraries were filled with before the likes of Central Command came along. As far as I know, there's only a couple left, and they're due for rationalisation any time now. I've put the address of one in with the musical box.
Thank you.
May come in handy. They might have what you're looking for, although I don't know what you'd make of it. Music written down, I mean.
Well, I'll never know if I don't look, will I? I must say it was nothing like I expected. It was in the old city, and not a very pleasant district. It was nothing like the kind of library I knew. No borrower cubicles, no computer to talk to. I climbed 3 floors up a dingy staircase and found a door at the top.
Come in. The door's not locked.
Thank you.
It's nice to be visited. Flanagan and I have so few callers.
Flanagan?
My cat. He's around somewhere. I expect you'll come across him if he doesn't find you first.
You're allowed to keep a cat in here?
Young man, who's to stop me? Now don't just stand there in the doorway. Come in and close the door behind you. Now, what can I do for you?
Well, I was told that I'd find a library here.
And your sources were correct. This is indeed a library, although there are precious few real libraries left. I only know of mine and another one in Greenwich. Centralisation killed them all off years ago. These days, everything's on tape or microfilm at Central Command. I expect my little corner will be as well one day.
Well, where is it then?
Where is it?
The library.
Look around you on the shelves. Have you never seen a book before?
No, never.
Come over here to the shelf. You can read, I assume.
Yes, I can read.
Pictures with balloons, probably. Anyway, look at this. Now, the pages are printed and numbered in sequence, and this cover protects them.
Seems like a good idea. I'm surprised it hasn't caught on.
Surprised it hasn't? Oh, there you are, Flanagan. He calls down the gaps in the shelves. I think it's the smell of the old leather that he likes.
The books are printed on leather?
The bindings, only the bindings. My husband bound all the books on the shelf when he was alive, God bless him. A little hobby of his. They're mine, really, not the library's, but I keep them here anyway. Oh, don't fuss, Flanagan. Go and lie in your basket and act your age. He's 12, you know, and not a bit dignified.
I came about music.
Music? Well, I doubt if we could help you there. I only have books, you see, no tapes.
No, I understood there were some kinds of printed music.
Oh, printed music? I suppose you mean scores. No, we never had anything like that here. And if we did, they'd be of no use to anyone in this day and age. The art's gone, you see. Nobody actually plays music anymore. Not since before my grandfather's time, and that's going back farther than I'd care to calculate. No, there used to be a government archive back in the days before Central Command, when there was an actual government.
So there's nothing for me then?
I wouldn't go so far as to say that. Take your time and browse a little. You may find something of interest. If you do, bring it over to the desk with your library ticket.
You mean look for myself?
Of course. What else?
Nothing for me, I'd said. How wrong can you be? While she sat talking to that battered old cat, I worked my way through the shelves. It was slow going. I'm not the world's fastest reader, but that place was a gold mine. Not for music, none of that. But what I found was a lot more interesting. A government archive, she said. Most of the titles I couldn't understand, until I came to one called Proposals for the Centralization of Computer-Assisted Administration. That was when the old lady came over and explained the index to me. There was no stopping me after that. I'll take these, please.
My, all of them?
If that's all right.
Of course it is. I'll just take the number off your library card for my records. Interested in the history of government, are we?
Sort of.
I'm surprised to find that anyone even knows what it means these days.
You mean since power was handed over to the machine?
Handed over? Power was never handed over. The machine just made its own decision and took it. Well, you'll be able to read all about it in this book here.
I hope you don't mind me asking, but, well, there's something been bothering me ever since I came in. I've only just realised what it is.
Yes?
Well, it's so quiet in here. No music. Haven't you got a public broadcast speaker?
Oh, yes. We were fitted with one of those when Central Command first introduced them. Horrible things. This is it, here.
What, behind the curtain? Oh, what happened to it?
I smashed it. With my shoe. Flanagan and I hated it.
When I got the books home, I shut myself in a room and worked my way through them. The information I had in my hands was amazing. Every move, every proposal that took central command from a simple computer network to an autonomous dictator was charted here as it happened. The annexation of the libraries, the nationalization of the communications networks. To lose the music was bad enough, but, well, this was worse, much worse. Later that week, I went back to the library for more. When I reached the top of the stairs, the door was open, and I knew something was wrong.
Stack them in this corner, then we can keep them in sequence for the microfilm. Right. Start on the top shelves and work your way down. Can we help you, friend?
I was just passing. Heard the noise.
Oh, because if you've been wanting anything with these old relics, I'll have to tell you they ought to be photographed and stored at Central Command.
Careful! Oh, it's just bloody cut. It's getting everywhere.
Filthy bagger, please. Get out of it! Look, tear off those old bindings and throw them over there. Be less weight to move, and there'll be no use for the microfilm.
There was a lady, the librarian.
Oh, stroke, I think. Stroke, wasn't it?
Something like that, yeah.
Sure there's nothing I can do for you, friend?
Like I said, just passing. Heard the noise.
Sure, I'd strangle that bloody animal.
Memo from Central Command. For the attention of Detective Inspector Randall, Central Police Division. Observe and report on the activities of one Citizen Mitchell. Personal data and history to follow. Recent movements of the subject have given cause for concern with regard to a possibility of civil disobedience. Act accordingly in the interests of prevention.
The Last Rose of Summer, written by Stephen Gallagher. You can hear episode 2 at the same time next week.
The Last Rose of Summer was produced by Tony Hawkins and Pete Baker of Piccadilly Radio, Manchester.
This AI tool is better than 11 Labs for one-time cost.
Now you can create long-length audiobooks without
The Last Rose of Summer, Episode 2. Amongst the belongings of his dying uncle, Mitchell has found a tape, an unauthorized message medium. The new and unfamiliar music it carried has sent him in search of information on an earlier time. The governing computer of Central Command has learned of Mitchell's search and issued an instruction for his detention.
Miss, excuse me, miss.
Yes?
I wonder if you can help me. I'm looking for my uncle, Arthur Mitchell. He's supposed to be ill here.
If he's here, then he's not ill. He's convalescing. Visiting is Tuesdays and Fridays. Today is neither.
Oh, please, miss. I came all the way from the city.
That is neither here nor there. Rules are rules.
I expect I'm the first visitor he's had.
It isn't my responsibility anyway. Sister Roberts is in charge of the patients out in the grounds.
Ah, so he's somewhere outside then.
Oh, this is too much. He's in his wheelchair at the far end of the gardens by the river. If Sister Roberts catches you, I'm having nothing to do with it.
You're a very charitable lady, sister.
Are you trying to be funny?
Uncle Arthur, is that you?
Huh? Who's calling my name?
It's me, Uncle Arthur. Remember?
Of course I remember. I may be a tad short-sighted, but I'm hardly senile. How are you, boy?
Fine, thanks.
Good. How did you get past the Amazons they employ here as nurses? You're only supposed to visit on Tuesdays and Fridays.
Ready wit and natural charm. I used it on a lady with a face like the bottom of a bedpan.
Yeah, well, 2 of them fit that description. One before use and one after. Did you bring what I asked you for?
Oh, I had a devil of a job to find it. Was this the bottle you meant?
Ah, that's the one. Look, the seal isn't even broken. I dread to think what a malt whiskey would cost on the black market these days. I'd offer you some, lad, but I'm afraid you wouldn't know how to appreciate it.
Oh, how are you feeling, Uncle?
Secure in my fate, I'm afraid. I've observed that patients in this place arrive in wheelchairs and they leave on trolleys a few weeks later. I'm rather convinced it's something they put in the food.
No, Uncle, you shouldn't think like that.
You think I'm joking? I've been watching, observing. 2 kitchens, secure as fortresses. One of them, only one, mind. They have to show a pass to get in. 2 sets of crockery for patients and staff. 2 sets of cutlery. Supplies delivered in lock vans on Mondays and Thursdays.
Oh, look, I'm sure you're...
What, imagining things? Oh, yeah, of course I am. Geriatric ramblings. I'm imagining that there isn't a patient in the place who's been here longer than 2 months.
What are you saying?
Oh, I can't get worked up about it. When going to bed at night, he should consider how, just as he now lies down himself, soon strange hands will lay his body in the grave.
What?
Well, damn it, I'm quoting. Don't spoil it.
Sorry.
It's no good, it's gone. Can't remember it all anyway. So, tell me, what have you been doing, lad?
Well, the usual. Nothing, really.
There's not a lot to fill the life of a citizen outside the library. I suppose that's why they built it.
Built the library?
Oh, why else? The citizens build themselves a central command to do all the work for them, and they say, keep us happy. So, Central Command builds the library, and everybody's over the moon. You keep a certain proportion of menial workers and promise them citizens' papers one day, and there you have it. Perfect society. Smooth, stable, ticking like a watch. Or something like that.
Well, that isn't right.
Well, in theory...
No, I mean, that wasn't the process. I know what really happened.
Oh. How?
Well, when I was looking through your things for that bottle of whiskey, I found a reel of tape. It wasn't in an authorized cassette or anything, just an illicit tape.
Oh, I remember that. It was my father's. Couldn't be bothered to hand it in.
Well, I managed to put it in a cassette and play it. Unofficially, of course.
Oh, of course. Well, what was it?
Well, it was music. I'd never heard anything like it before. I mean, it was ridiculous, really, but I wanted to laugh and cry at the same time. Sounds no more credible than somebody getting emotional over a roll of wallpaper.
No, I understand. Go on.
Well, I wanted to look for something similar in the library, but I didn't know how to ask without giving myself away over the tape.
Yeah.
I started to ask around shops and stores, anywhere they played the music. Everywhere, it was the same answer. Either a library cassette or pipe direct from Central Command. That's using radio waves.
You were talking about Central Command.
That's right. I found this old library. No tapes, just books.
Books?
Yeah, hundreds of them. It seems that this place used to be a government archive in the days before Central Command.
Wow.
They let me choose my own books and take them away.
So how does all this connect up?
Well, it was what was in the books. They covered a long period, and I was able to piece quite a lot together. You have to imagine the very early computers as big, fast adding machines.
Yeah?
They worked on what were called programs, and these were a series of very simple instructions which broke a problem down into a long series of yes-no questions. It was like explaining something to an idiot in easy stages.
Yeah, I hope that wasn't aimed at me.
Of course not. No, all this information was easy to come by, because in the early days there seems to have been some fear of computers.
Sure.
People called them electronic brains and had nightmares about them taking over. All the literature made the point that
They weren't minds in their own right, just a very sophisticated tool. And at the time, that was true.
So, what happened to change it?
The program. A lot of play was made about the fact that if computers were brains, they were far too stupid to be of any threat. They were fast and they were efficient, but basically all they could do was repeat the thought processes outlined in the program and treat every problem exactly the same way, you see? And since the programmer was just a human being, it all made the threat of the computer fantasy look rather silly.
Yeah, logical.
Very. Even more logical was the proposal that computers could be made more efficient if they were used to write the programs.
Ah, I'm beginning to see.
By this time, all the big privately owned firms had computers. They bought them to make bookkeeping easier and then used them to make decisions because they were so much more impartial than people.
Sure.
Efficiency and credit were the same thing to them, so they grabbed at the idea of using the computer itself as an aid to writing the program. This way, the machine could be stretched to their limits, and there was no man-made program complicated enough to do that.
Mm-hmm.
The next step was to use these fully programmed computers to design the next generation of computers. And now, we're moving into the area where the idiot electronic mind is becoming less of an idiot with each new design.
Yes.
You see, they're getting so complex that men can't begin to understand them. They don't even build them anymore. The computers have been geared up to assembly lines to do the jobs themselves. So you see, in the end, we've a computer which can continually redesign and rebuild itself. A central command.
But still a public servant.
In a manner of speaking. If the original program concept is to run your society with a greater degree of efficiency, the ultimate computer will do that to the ultimate degree. It all depends on whether you consider that to be of service.
Well, this is all very plausible. But I can't believe in that kind of takeover with nobody making any objection. You'd have riots, protests, freedom demonstrations. We haven't had anything like that in living memory.
Yeah, well, you see, I don't think it happened like that. It was so gradual that, well, you'd hardly notice. And if you did, the logic of the arguments in favour was enough to make you look like a crank.
Yes.
Try and imagine the situation. Hundreds of computers working on the drudgery details of every aspect of everyday life. When a problem crops up that doesn't fit into the pigeonhole of any of those areas, link up 2 or more computers and let them sort it out between them.
True.
Why even bother with human interference? Better still, establish a central clearing bank where a main computer coordinates the activities of all the others. That's central command, Uncle Arthur.
I see.
We've always thought of it as one machine down Riverside, but it isn't.
Huh?
No, it's hundreds, maybe thousands, all over the country, and they all talk with the one voice. In its eyes, we're all average men, and it ensures we behave as such. You said that the citizens made Central Command.
Yeah.
Well, it was the other way round. Central Command took all functions onto itself and made the citizens. It made the citizens and it gave them the library and turned them into average men and women, the only kind it can deal with to maximum efficiency.
Shh. The nurse is coming. Now listen to me, lad. What have you done with these books? Did you take them home?
No, I rented a locker.
Well, you must get them back to the library.
I can't. The library's gone for microfilming.
Then get them and burn them. Don't leave any trace at all. Do you understand? If Central Command checks the book index and finds that you've got them, it could bring trouble.
I just feel so powerless.
Well, look, bide your time. The chance will come.
You must go now. Sister Robert is about to come out to check all the patients in the grounds.
Oh, come again, Uncle Arthur.
Yeah, they'll probably have me poisoned by the end of the month.
It's naughty of you to talk like that. Sister Roberts will be cross.
Madam, I have every regard for your professional qualifications, but would you mind not talking to me as if I were the cat?
Goodbye, Uncle Arthur.
Goodbye, lad. Take care. That was my nephew, you know.
And if he comes again, it'll have to be on a Tuesday or a Friday. Now give me the bottle he brought you.
Eh? What do you mean?
I saw it all from the house. Give it to me. If Sister Roberts approves, it can go onto the ward trolley, then everybody may share it.
You mean I'll never see it again?
No, we can't have you poisoning yourself.
No, not when you can do it so much better.
Hello, Randall. What? No, this is Detective Inspector Randall. No, this is the Central Police Division. Well, what number did you dial, then? Well, I'm sorry, this isn't it. No, I've no idea what number you want. I beg your pardon?
Another satisfied customer, Chief.
He said, call yourself a bloody detective and rang off. Why didn't I stay a citizen, Killoran? I could be sitting at home now with a box of chocolates and a comic.
Feast your eyes on this instead.
We've got a direct memo from Central Command. It's been lying in the traffic control in tray for the last 24 hours.
Oh, hell. Throw it over quick. You read this?
In the lift.
Naughty. Mitchell, eh? Do we know him?
Doesn't look like it. Central Command would have given us the security computer reference.
Just testing. Observe and report, it says. Have we got the personal data?
Printouts in your in tray. There's also a mention in the Daily Bulletin in connection with some missing printed material from one of the old libraries. It seems to have been loaned on Mitchell's library card number.
Well, I suppose we'd better go and see him. Can't see him from panic, though, can you?
Just arrived for you, sir.
I'll take it. Well, what's it say?
It's from the security computer. It's directing that Mitchell should be a Grade 2 operation.
Good Lord, what's he done? Well, never mind. Get on to stores and fix us up with some radios, will you? Hello, will you put me through to services, please?
I was looking forward to a quiet night.
Hello, services. I've got a Grade 2. Look, I'll need half a dozen men tonight and probably a couple...
Baxter!
Huh? Oh, Mitchell. Sorry, old man. I didn't see you.
You're not still nervous about us opening the library's cassette, are you?
What do you mean, us?
Me, then. How have you been?
Oh, so-so. You?
Quite busy. Just got off the train. Been to the country.
Oh, your uncle?
That's right. He's looking very frail. You going to the library?
Yes. No, I haven't been down to Riverside in the last 2 weeks or so.
I'll walk with you then. I'm going that way myself. Do you know why it's called Riverside?
Well, no, not really, no. I suppose there must have been a river thereabouts at some time or other.
There still is.
What?
A river. It runs right under Central Command. I've been reading about it.
Don't believe I've had that, say?
Probably not. This river used to be the centre of the old city. It had boats on and everything. Feel like taking a look?
Oh, I don't know. It might be an offence.
Oh, come on, Baxter. There's no harm in just looking.
Wouldn't be so sure.
Oh, forget it then. I'll go alone.
No, hang on, then. I'll just come and look from a distance.
There you are.
I never even knew this was here. It's such a size.
Yeah, you can see how Central Command was built to stretch from one bank to the other. There's a reason for that. It draws the water up to use in keeping all the equipment cool. It's several degrees warmer when it comes out the other side.
Do you think we can peek underneath?
I don't see why not. Hey, look! There's a path. It's just covered in weeds.
It can't have been used for years.
Well, this is no picnic spot, is it? Follow me down and keep your hands above the nettles. You see what I mean? Those bars are to stop all this driftwood from being swept underneath.
How wide would you say it was?
Oh, must be 300-400 yards at least.
It's not like any riverbank I've seen.
No. Under all these weeds, though, it's man-made. If you look closely, you can see, look, old concrete there, all broken up. I'm wondering what it's like on the other side of those bars.
You mean underneath Central Command? Oh, count me out of that one, old man.
Naturally. I think if I can walk out along the bars over the river, there's a gap I can squeeze through.
You'd do it on your own, then?
Look, it's easy. Look, there's plenty of footholds.
Careful, old man. That metal's rusty. Mitchell!
As soon as I'd hit the water, the current pulled me under the bars and held me down as I was swept along. I was out in the middle and there was nothing to grab, nothing to hold on to. I could see the surface, but I couldn't strike out for it. The breath had been knocked out of me by the fall. Suddenly there was rotten wood everywhere, a pier or a jetty of some kind, and I'd been swept straight into it. I broke the surface and the air stank, but I didn't care. After a couple of minutes, I could take stock of the situation. The current was holding me against a large wooden cross.
beam that was embedded at one end in the sheer stone embankment. The light was peculiar. It came from below, reflected up through the water. I could see its patterns dancing on the concrete roof above me. I was hanging on to what seemed to have been an old mooring place for boats, but the planking had all rotted away and only the supporting timbers remained. There were stone steps leading up to the level of the old embankment, and I knew I'd have to make for those. When I reached the steps, it was all I could do just to lie on them and gasp like a dying fish. My head ached like poison, and the water had been cold. In the end, I climbed on my hands and knees and finally made it to level ground. I've never seen anything like what was around me then, before or since. The embankment was like a broad walkway at the level of the river about 20 yards below, on the other side of an ornate parapet. It stretched ahead for over a mile, but it was impossible to see its full length. At intervals, there stood decorated metal street lamps encrusted with the same thick moss that lay over everything. As I walked forward, it was difficult to keep my footing on the slime, but I was drawn by a faint gleam of light in the distance, deep under Central Command. On some walls, there were signs, too overgrown to read. Further on, it became too dark even to try. But the light in the distance drew me, and if I heard anything out in the darkness, I was oblivious to it. At last, I could see, out in the river, the great rusting hulk of an old ship. It was turned on its side, with half its decks under water. A mass of bright details and sharp shadows illuminated from above by a round hole in the floor of Central Command. In the red haze beyond the hole, I could see all kinds of machinery. I couldn't even begin to guess at its purpose. But not so with the wide tube that descended to the river and drew up water to feed the cooling systems. By now, I was realizing that something was wrong. What had started as a rustling on the edge of perception now became more insistent. And as I strained my eyes into the darkness, I could see hundreds, thousands of tiny red points. There was a sea of rats encircling me. They were keeping a distance, but every time I tried to move, they moved with me. Those in front fell over themselves to retreat, whilst those behind took the opportunity to push the circle a little further. I had no delusions. To them, I was meat. When I burst into a run, they came after me in a wave. I simply ran over those in front and heard their screams whilst others bit and clawed at my legs. Some of them even jumped and hung onto my clothing with their teeth as they scrambled to hang on with their paws. How long I drifted, I don't know. I'd entered in twilight and emerged into darkness. The current swept me downstream and out from under Central Command, and I finally crawled out in a backwater. But I knew what I'd seen. I had looked into the underbelly of Central Command, and I knew it was vulnerable. Inside, it was as soft and fragile as any of us. I'd resented the machine, but now I'd found a way to hate it. I hated it for that great dead landscape in its cellars, and for the rats that crawled in it. But even more, I hated it for the great dead landscape it had created outside, and the army of little men that it made to crawl there.
Oh, one more flight of stairs and I've been flat out. Ring the bell, will you?
Doesn't work, sir.
Oh.
Yes?
Oh, good evening, Mrs. Mitchell. We're police officers. I'll show you a card, Calauran.
There you are, ma'am.
We'd like to speak to your husband, if you don't mind.
But he isn't in.
That's all right, Mrs. Mitchell. We don't mind waiting. May we come in?
Well, I'm not sure.
Very nice home you have here, if you don't mind me saying so, Mrs. Mitchell.
I'll just close the door, shall I?
Well, won't you sit down?
Oh, thank you.
Very kind of you, Mrs. Mitchell.
Neil, have you thought that Mrs. Mitchell might like some tea or coffee?
I'm sorry. I suppose I ought to have offered.
Just leave it to me, ma'am. All you have to do is point me in the right direction.
Oh, yes. The kitchen is through there. You'll find...
All right, ma'am, I can manage.
Now, Mrs. Mitchell, I expect you're wondering what all this is about.
I should say so. I haven't had time to think. Oh!
Steady on, lad.
Oh, nothing broken.
Now, to begin with, I don't want you to worry. Your husband isn't hurt, and he hasn't done anything wrong.
Then what's the matter?
Well, it concerns some information from one of the old libraries. We're in the process of transferring the last ones to microfilm at Central Command. I suppose you can guess what it must look like. Some of the stuff hasn't been looked at in years. Anyway, when we came to check through the catalogues, it seemed there was some material in there that should never have been available. And furthermore, it seems that your husband has come by this material somehow.
And what is this material, Mr...
It's Randall, ma'am, Inspector Randall. I can't actually tell you that, as the material's got a security classification. I'm sure we can clear it up in no time. When are you expecting your husband home, Mrs. Mitchell?
I really couldn't say. He's gone off to visit some relative or other. I suppose he'll turn up soon to eat.
You any idea where he is now?
Inspector Randall. I have no idea where he is now. And nor can I say that I really care.
Look, I'm not trying to take an interest in your personal life. I know it's nothing to do with me.
Oh, tea's all right with everybody. It's all I can find. Where shall I put the tray?
Good evening, Mr. Collinson. Any mail for me before I go up?
Not today, Mr. Mitchell. I say, sir, your clothes are a frightful mess.
Yes, I got a bit wet this afternoon. Can you call the lift for me?
I'm afraid the lift's out of order again, Mr. Mitchell. Decrepitude would be a reasonable diagnosis.
I could do without using the stairs. It means I'll have to pass old Mr. Greenbaum's place, and he's bound to drag me in to listen to that deadly music of his.
Oh, I find it rather pleasant myself.
Could do with avoiding him, though, in this state. Will you turn a blind eye if I use the fire escape for once?
Well, I think that could easily be done, sir.
Thanks. That means I can get straight in through my bedroom window. Oh, something I noticed. There's a car parked just down the street. I thought this was a no-vehicle zone.
Unloading, perhaps, or official business?
I expect that's it. Good night.
Good night, sir.
Tango to Alpha. Tango to Alpha. Do you receive?
This is Alpha. Kaloran speaking. I'm in the kitchen, so keep the level down. Randall and the subject's wife are in the next room.
Acknowledged. Mitchell's left the entrance hall and is using the fire escape to ascend. I can't quite see from here, but I'd say he was going to enter from the western side of the building by a window.
Acknowledged. Alpha to Omega. Are you in position?
Omega receiving. We're in position on the roof of the building. If the subject ascends to this level, we can intercept.
Acknowledged, Omega. I'm leaving the channels open, so stand by for alert and instructions. Tango, report on subject position.
Subject has reached 4th level.
Stand by. Alpha out.
So you can see why we want...
Sir.
What is it?
Change of plans. Fire escape. Right now.
Mrs. Mitchell, where's the access to the fire escape?
It's through his bedroom over there. Why?
What the hell's going on?
Grab him, Neil!
He's bolted the door.
Give me the radio and break it down.
What are you doing? Oh, stop that!
Alpha to all units. Randall speaking. Mitchell's on the fire escape and running. He's gone. Alpha to Tango. Any sign?
I'm at the bottom of the staircase. He can't get past here.
Alpha to Omega. What about the roof?
No sign of him up here. He must still be on the stairs.
Acknowledged. Tango units, ascend fire escape with caution. Omega, you hold your position on the roof and we should force him up towards you. Disable if necessary, but do not kill. We want him alive.
Oh, God.
Oh, what's the matter with her?
Dead faint, sir.
Oh, that's all we need. Look, put her somewhere out of the way.
Tango reporting. 2nd floor, no sign.
Omega reporting. Nothing on the roof.
Sir, what if he gets in on another floor? Finds an open window.
There's a man on every exit. We'll have to search the building, but we'll still get him.
Tango here. 4th floor, no sign.
What, nothing at all?
I'm using the flashlight, but it's not much help. Too much wrought iron and too many shadows. 5th floor and level with you now, sir.
Right, you carry on up. Omega?
He's not arrived on the roof. I think he must have spotted us.
Damn! Get her a glass of water, will you? Look, next thing she'll have us on a brutality charge.
Right away.
Oh, God, what's happening to me?
To you, nothing. Just keep your head down and you'll be all right.
We've reached the roof now, sir. No sign of him anywhere on the stairs.
Could you have missed him?
It's possible.
Get that, will you?
Sergeant Bennett says the men are watching the exits.
I followed it all on the radio. We've managed to check all the flats adjacent to the fire escape except for one. That was on the 4th floor. Tenant name of Greenbaum.
Then we best get down. Alpha to Omega.
Receiving.
Look, sort out 2 of you to stay up there. The rest of you come down and help in the search. Work your way down from the top floor and keep a man on the staircase at all times. Kaloran, you stay here with Mrs. Mitchell. I'm going down to the 4th.
It's this way, sir.
What do we know about this place?
Tenant's name, Greenbaum. Middle 60s, a music lover. He's got it on full blast. Collinson, he's the caretaker. Reckons he's a bit deaf.
I see what you mean about the music. Mr. Collinson?
That's me, sir.
Do you have pass keys to these flats?
I do, sir.
This is my warranty. The section I'm pointing to shows my clearance and powers of search in emergency situations. Do you understand?
I do, sir.
Then I'm asking you to open this door for me.
I had the key ready all along, sir.
Right. Now, let's just think this one out. Now, Sergeant Bennett, I want you to stand on one side of the door and turn the key. I'll kick the door open and go straight in, and you follow. Is that clear?
Understood, sir.
Right. Good. Now, turn the key. And... Now!
Any sign of him?
No. And he didn't use this window. The catches are painted over.
Here's our Mr. Greenbaum, anyway. Looks like he's...
Oh, dead drunk. I can see the bottle on the floor. No wonder he slept through everything. Your radio, Sergeant. That's the man on the roof. Can't we turn that music off?
It's a public broadcast speaker. You can turn it down low, but not right off.
Well, will you do it then? Alpha receiving.
Sorry, sir, I think we've lost him.
Is everything all right up there?
I've been laid out for the past few minutes, sir. Clark and I were hiding on the roof when we heard Mitchell coming up the fire escape. He must have hidden lower down while the other party came up. He wanted to pick something up, and when we challenged him, he swung it at us. I think it was either a long plank or a ladder.
Go on.
Well, whatever it was, as soon as he heard it, he swung it at us. I think his idea had been to use it to get over to the next roof. Anyway, I caught one over the ear and went out like a light. When I came to, he'd gone.
And what?
Well, Clark, sir. The ladder must have knocked him over the parapet. He fell down 7 floors. He's dead, sir.
Stay where you are. I'll send someone up for you. Killoran, did you catch any of that?
I heard most of it.
Bring Mrs. Mitchell down. I'll meet you on the stairs. Sergeant Bennett, come with me. Collinson will lock up here. Bennett, I want you to stay in the flat upstairs until I can arrange a permanent surveillance. It'll take about 2 hours.
Very good, sir.
So, he hid on the fire escape? Well, either that or something even more obvious.
What do you mean?
When we broke into his bedroom, did you look behind the door?
No.
Neither did I. I think he stood in the corner while we made fools of ourselves. Mrs. Mitchell, have you any objection to coming with us?
She hasn't said a word while this has been going on.
My God, what a monstrous cock-up this has turned out to be. A routine pickup for interrogation. All you need is a car and a polite manner. Then we get a Grade 2 security directive straight from the computer, and now we've got a murderer on the loose.
There's another thing, sir. The computer profile on Mitchell made him out to be as timid as anything. But as soon as the pressure went on, he became as cunning as a cat.
That's right. The simple fact is, we don't even know who we're dealing with now.
The Last Rose of Summer, written by Stephen Gallagher. You can hear episode 3 at the same time next week.
The Last Rose of Summer was produced by Tony Hawkins and Pete Baker of Piccadilly Radio, Manchester.
The Last Rose of Summer, Episode 3. On his return from a visit to his dying Uncle Arthur, Mitchell persuaded Baxter to go with him to look at the river which flows underneath the building housing Central Command. But Mitchell was swept underneath and found the rat-infested ruins of a city. And on his return home, he found a police reception committee waiting for him. He's evaded arrest, but it has involved the death of a policeman.
Excuse me, nurse. Can I speak to you for a minute?
Visiting is Tuesdays and Fridays. Today is neither.
I'm not a visitor. I'm a security officer, Central Police Division. I understand there's an Arthur Mitchell staying here.
And?
Well, I'd like to speak to him.
I would dearly like to help you, Mr.
Randall, Inspector Randall.
Yes, quite. But I'm afraid it's out of the question.
I do have the necessary security clearances from the computer.
You don't understand. Mr. Mitchell departed this life at 6:30 this morning. Look, we're rather public here. Won't you come inside to the office? That's better. I knew there was nobody nearby, but some of the deaf ones can lip read, and before you knew, it would be all over the grounds. In most cases, we can stop it by taking their spectacles away. No, I think we've still got the file on Mr. Mitchell. Yes, here it is.
He died this morning, you say?
At 6:30. Very inconvenient. Only deaths over the late shift period, and we only have a skeleton staff to deal with them.
How appropriate.
Economics, Inspector Randall. Our budget's very limited, and we have to plan carefully. Already we're having to cut our convalescence time down to 3 weeks.
You mean after 3 weeks you send them home?
Certainly not. We bury them.
Bury them?
That is the usual procedure with the dead.
But what if they're getting better?
Then we just have to increase the dosages. There's a demand for our beds, you know.
Just a minute. Are you telling me that you poison your patients?
Of course not. The kitchens do it for us.
Kitchens?
Inspector Randall, I can't think you're so naive as to believe that we would force the infirm to suffer. We do it with full authority from Central Command. It's filed in the banks as a voluntary euthanasia program.
Oh, so it is voluntary then?
Of course. They eat the food of their own free will.
Knowing it's poisoned?
Certainly not. What kind of euthanasia program do you think we'd have then?
Well, I must say this is all a surprise to me.
Central Command works in a mysterious way, Inspector Randall. It's wonders to perform.
So Arthur Mitchell is now part of this euthanasia program?
Yes. Good riddance to the awkward old cuss. They wouldn't touch the cheese flan, and it's chef's special. Guaranteed to drop a cart horse in its tracks.
Yes. I understand his nephew came out to visit him.
That's right. It was yesterday morning, most irregular.
Have you any idea what was said at that meeting?
I'm afraid not. They were too far away for me to catch anything.
Did he bring anything with him?
No, he brought him nothing.
Nothing like a book, you know, paper and bindings, or a parcel about that size?
No, certainly nothing that size.
Well, it seems I've had a wasted journey then.
I'm afraid so. All the way from the city as well. Before you go, can't I offer you tea and cakes? We bake them ourselves.
Oh, good Lord, is that the time? I'd love to stay, but I have a train to catch back.
Such a pity. Another time, perhaps.
Yes, another time.
Kiloran.
Hello, Neil. Randall here.
Oh, hello, Chief. Where are you?
I'm at home. I just got back from a wasted journey. Mitchell's uncle died this morning.
Oh, bad luck. Do you think he could have told you anything?
Who's to say? He was the last person that Mitchell seems to have spoken to before last night. Anything at this end?
Not a lot. We think we found the public locker where he kept the books, but he must have gone straight to them after he left the flats. What's in those books, Chief? What could be this important?
Only Central Command and Mitchell know for sure.
Something worth killing for?
Well, Mitchell never intended to kill anybody. Now it's done, he can't go back on it, so he's gone underground. I can see this being a long, drawn-out affair.
Tonight, I've got a great pile of computer printout on Mitchell to get through. Everything from his childhood vaccinations to his laundry bills.
Promising?
Not very. Well, you never know. We're lucky to have so much information collected in one place.
That's true. On the other hand, if there were any suspicious conclusions to be drawn, I expect the computer will already have drawn them.
Yes, true. At the moment, my main distraction is the supermarket opposite the block.
How do you mean?
I can't seem to shut out their pipe music. I end up just sitting here watching the windows. The place is full of women with blank expressions just loading up trolleys. And the strange thing is, they do it in time to the music.
Happy days, eh, Chief?
Oh, too right. Call me if anything crops up.
Good evening, shoppers. May I draw your attention to our bargain lines in luxury broken biscuits? Moving over to our butchery department, why not celebrate that special occasion with a joint of meat? Credit terms are available at the counter. Remember, this is your big bargain store where your credit's worth more.
Hello, Mrs. Mitchell. I was expecting to see you in here yesterday evening, as usual, like.
What? Oh, no. I had a lot on last night.
Oh, what can I do for you then, Mrs. M?
I think I'll have some powdered potato.
Oh, splashing out, eh? Family size, will it be?
No, not the family size. Just a single portion pack. Enough for one. And I heard you had some fish.
Okay. Now, I want you to put your hands together and give a very warm welcome to our next contestant. Will you move a little closer to the microphone, please? That's fine. And your name is?
Mrs. Daniels.
A little louder, please.
Mrs. Daniels.
That's fine, my love. And where are you from, Mrs. Banyan?
Daniels.
From where?
No, that's my name.
Well, that's fine, Mrs. Banyan. Absolutely wonderful. I wonder if we can have a little applause for Mrs. Banyan here. That's great.
Mrs. Banyan.
Fine. Now, Mrs. Banyan, I'm going to ask you 3 questions. Answer me 3 in a line, and you go forward to the final to play Drop Your Dignity. Okay, Mrs. Banyan, there's no need to be nervous.
Daniel.
That's right, sweetheart. We all want you to win.
Just a minute.
Are you ready for your...
Mitchell, what are you doing here? Go away.
Don't be a fool. Let me in.
Don't you know they're looking for you? Did anybody see you come here?
You can relax. They're not watching you yet, but they've got my place sewn up tighter than a spinster's purse.
Well, that's charming, I must say. So you come over here and set the dogs on me. You killed one of them, Mitchell. They're not going to give up and forget about it after a couple of weeks, and now you're bringing them here.
You can relax. I haven't brought them anywhere. I watched outside for over an hour before I came in. They're all hanging around outside my place, trying to look inconspicuous. They're not onto you yet.
What do you mean, yet?
I mean, they'll get round to it.
Oh, God.
I mean, I know how they work.
I've got to sit down.
That's why they're after me. The dead policeman is just incidental. They want me for that. But Central Command wants me for other reasons.
What other reasons?
I had some books. Old books. Real ones, not tapes. Central Command never even knew they existed until 2 days ago. And now it does, and it wants them back, and me with them.
Well, who'd go to so much trouble over a book?
Oh, these weren't ordinary books. Not torrid romances or cheap thrillers laced with sex. Have you ever seen a book just crammed with facts?
You mean like a hobby book?
You don't understand. You can't understand. Neither could I until I saw it for myself. The books spread over a period. The people who wrote them didn't seem too aware of what had happened before. They certainly couldn't know what was going to happen. But when I laid them out, all in front of me there, and looked from one to the other, I could see what had happened, stage by stage. Do you know that 50 years ago, Central Command ordered that history be removed from the education program?
What use is history to anybody?
That was the justification, not the reason. With history, you can see where you've been, and that puts you halfway towards seeing where you're going. That's exactly what Central Command wanted to stop. I haven't seen much, but I've seen enough, and that's why the machine has sent them after me.
No, I don't want to hear what you've seen.
Imagine, all over the country, little computers dealing in little specialist areas. Pious officials saying that the computers would never be cross-linked and never used against people. That the information would be kept secret and not made available to suspicious authorities to check up on you. With a few exceptions, of course. Tax evasion, known crimes, that kind of thing. Well, one exception opens the gate for others.
For God's sake, man, shut up. I don't want to know any of this. You'll have them after me, too.
I can't say I'd shed any tears over that. Not after you left me to drown down Riverside.
But I had no choice. There was nothing I could do.
You could have gone for help.
I wasn't supposed to be there.
Instead, you ran off home and left me. Well, now you can listen. I'm not telling you too much, because they'll wring it all out of you one way or another. I'll just tell you enough. And when you tell them, Perhaps they'll turn round and look at the machine that gives the orders in a different light.
No, I'll not listen.
You listen to every word, and when you sing it all back, they'll worry like they've never had to before. Do you hear me?
Stop it!
You listen or I'll break your arm. Now, who made Central Command?
The citizens...
Wrong! The first Central Command was designed and built by a fifth-generation computer-designed computer. One computer proposed the scheme, another authorized it. Anybody who had doubts consulted their computers about it, and their computers told them not to worry. By all the evidence, it would lead to perfect administration. And wasn't that what computers were all about? Give them the drudgery to deal with. All they can do is carry out simple orders anyway. There's no harm it can do. Instead of just having them collate information, give them some simple directives and let them do the whole job. Then all the citizens will have to do will be to eat, drink and watch TV. Paradise! Central Command will even take care of your entertainment. No more dreary weighing of pros and cons in order to make difficult choices. Let it script your dramas, write your music, even perform it for you. It remembers your tastes, it remembers your appetites. Central Command is the new shepherd, and we are its sheep. It isn't man-made, nor will its successors be. It's machine evolution.
Will you go now, please?
I need clean clothes. These are ruined by the river.
Take what you need. The wardrobe's over there. Then please go.
These will do. But remember what I said, and tell it to them freely. Otherwise they'll squeeze you like a lemon.
There's nothing so bad in what you've told me.
Perhaps not. But consider the major obstacle to a perfect administration. Random behavior in those you administrate. Not only are men the subject of Central Command's program, they're its major stumbling block. Have you ever wondered why we citizens look as we do? All the same height, weight, colouring. Why we're so happy just to sit and be entertained. Why those children who don't fit the pattern have their citizens' papers revoked and have to get jobs.
No, I've never wondered.
Of course not. You're a citizen. It isn't in you to wonder. Look, we're all part of a process of genetic engineering. It's run by Central Command through the hospital service. That's why only citizens are allowed to breed. We're all being ironed out into the average men that Central Command likes to deal with. When we've lived an average span, we die whether we're ready or not.
I don't believe
Of course not. You're a citizen. It isn't in you to believe. I thought it wasn't in me either, but it seems I was wrong. Now I'm a rogue, a renegade. I'm apart from the herd, and they're out to bring me down. Do you really think they'll care if you get pulled down in the fall?
Now, you listen to me, Mitchell. I know I have nothing to fear. I don't want you trying to pass guilt on to me. They're after you because you killed a man. That's more important than some petty bureaucratic quibble. You brought this on yourself.
Of course I did. They sent a small army to circle the building just so they could slap my hands. Oh, think, man. This isn't a cheap TV program. This is here and now.
Here and now. I just want you to get out of my life, Mitchell, and stay out of it.
I'd like to oblige you, Baxter, but it's too late. I'm afraid you're in. Thanks for the clothes.
Close the door when you go out. Oh, hell. Oh, bloody hell.
Well, I think Mrs. Banyan deserves our warmest congratulations for being such a good sport with us here tonight on Drop Your Dignity. She gave us all some wonderful entertainment and won herself some truly, truly wonderful prizes on the way. Don't you think she deserves a big hand? I think she does. Come on now.
Is this the place, Sergeant?
It's the downstairs flat, sir. Mr. Caloran's upstairs talking to the landlady. The forensic boys are still inside.
Yes, all right. I'll wait for Caloran before I go in. Have you found anything yet?
It seems pretty conclusive that Mitchell lived here for a while. Description and everything fits.
It's about time. It's nearly 2 months now since he pushed poor old Constable Clark off the roof, and we haven't had a sniff of him in all that time.
If it was him here, then he flew the coop only this morning. The kettle was even warm.
At least we know he's still in the area. And then this place is logical, a seedy basement flat in one of the less appetizing parts of the city.
Don't let the landlady hear you call it that. You know, she advertises this place as luxury accommodation in a situation of traditional charm.
Sure she does. I hope she mentions the hot and cold running cockroaches.
Well, I don't know if she mentions them. More likely she serves them up for breakfast, I think.
What did Mitchell leave behind?
Odd things. He'd got a cassette machine from somewhere and some tapes that we can't seem to trace.
Well, that doesn't surprise me. We're out in the underbelly here. Everything can be bought or sold for a price. What else?
Some rather strange items. Mr. Caloran made a list.
I'll take a look at it when he comes down. Ah, there you are, Neil.
This is Mrs. Gillivray. She owns the house and lets it out as short-stay bedsitters. She called us this morning to say that one of her tenants had skipped off without paying his rent. And when a man called round, she identified Mitchell's photograph.
2 weeks' rent he owed me. The swine's put me right out of pocket. I'll have to sell his things to make me losses
I'm
up.
afraid we'll have to keep Mitchell's effects for the moment, Mrs. Gillivray. Some of them may have to be used as evidence.
What? And how am I expected to manage? I'm not one of your lardy-dar citizens with too much money and no work to do. I've got a living to make, and I can do
Now,
without any
just
of you.
you listen to me. If you'd done as the law required and checked Mitchell's papers and made out the proper return to Central Command, then we could have pulled him in weeks ago. We're talking about a murderer on the loose, Mrs. Gillivray, just in case you hadn't understood that. I know what your idea was. Yeah, keep quiet about how many tenants you've got, and then you can falsify your taxation returns at the end of the year.
And just how is a body to manage in this day and age? The way they chase you for every little bit of credit. Answer me that!
If you don't give us full cooperation, I'll see to it that you have to manage a hefty fine along with everything else. And when we've finished with the tax laws, we can start on the health regulations. How do you like the sound of that?
It's disgraceful, stamping all over people's private affairs.
Yeah, well, don't forget, it was you that called us in the first place. Remember that we sometimes have to sacrifice a small amount of liberty for the common good.
That's citizens' talk. I never saw talk feed anyone.
It never killed anyone either, but that's what we're here about. If you've been refusing to answer my assistant's questions, I can have you for obstruction.
I got everything I needed eventually, sir. Just had to go the scenic route to get it, that's all.
Now, will you please go inside, Mrs. Gillivray, and somebody will bring you the keys when we've finished.
That's the last time I'll call on you, Shower, to give me justice.
Well, you've just spent half an hour interviewing that.
Oh, it's like being beaten round the head with a wet towel. There's nothing really she can tell us, apart from the positive identification, and I've got that signed.
Signed?
Well, she put a mark on it. Quite distinctive. It's the untidiest cross I've ever seen.
Ah, looks like forensic have finished.
All yours now, sir.
Ah, thanks.
The flat was actually built as the cellar, so it's a bit dark down there.
But you lead the way, son.
I suppose you heard about some of the peculiar items we found down here.
Just the cassette player and the bootleg tapes, nothing else.
You obviously made a few contacts in the underbelly. The cassette player's homemade job, so there must be someone turning them out in an attic somewhere.
There are plenty of non-citizens who'd be in the market for a piece of equipment like that. My God, you were right about this room. It's like Rat's Alley down here.
You'd have to keep the light on all day.
What about these other items?
There, laid out on the bed.
Ah, yes. Well, what an odd collection.
This is the cassette player. It's a non-standard design, so you wouldn't recognise it at first glance. Now, these tapes are something else. They're all pretty old, and none of them are what you'd expect to find in the library. They're mainly technical.
Hobby tapes?
No, nothing like. More like dead skills, technical primers. This one's electronics, so's this one. These two are both cybernetics.
Cyber what?
Cybernetics, I looked it up. It's a study of system of control and communications in animals and electrically operated devices.
I always wanted to know that. What about the others?
Computers.
Really?
This one's on programming, the other's on something called binary logic.
I always thought that black market tapes were all pornography. Just goes to show how wrong you can be. Well, what do you think? That Mitchell gets all his thrills from an old-time education?
There's more. The grate was full of ashes. Forensic took them away in polythene bags. They're going to give the whole lot to the security computer for analysis.
I'll bet he burnt the books.
That means only he and Central Command know why we were supposed to chase him in the first place. And look at this.
A left-handed glove?
Strictly speaking, it's a gauntlet. That's because of this part that protects the wrist. There's no sign of the right-handed one, so we have to assume that he took it with him when he went. Doesn't seem to be any explanation for it. All for this bag of nuts and bolts. Oh, and you see the loudspeaker in the corner? Take the front off and have a look at the works.
He really went to town on this, didn't he?
Right. He wasn't satisfied just pulling a couple of wires out. He had to demolish it.
Has he got any more little surprises for us? Is that everything?
That's just about it. Mitchell seems to have been travelling light.
Conclusions?
Hard to say. He had some credit, so he could have run, but he stayed in the area and spent it on this black market stuff. Can't have been cheap either. And that black glove, it's leather. More credit gone there. And he leaves one behind.
Forgotten in the heat of the moment.
Heat of what moment? He seems to have been pretty secure here. The only reason we know about this place is that he decided to walk out without paying his rent. And he did that all in his own time. That suggests that he'd finished with it and wasn't worried about covering his tracks.
The tapes, what about them?
They all have a common factor in computer logic. I played a couple. They're explained for laymen, not too hard to understand, but certainly not the average citizen's choice. The one on programming was in the machine, half finished. That must have been where he was up to when he lost interest.
Or found what he wanted. Did you keep the place where he finished?
Sorry, sir. The controls on the machine are non-standard, and when I tried to eject the cassette, it rewound.
Oh, damn. Well, it's a bit of help. This obsession with computers can only mean one thing.
Central Command?
What else? Ties in with the smashed loudspeaker over there. Music's fed directly out of the Central Command library. If only we knew what was in those books he got his hands on.
Can't you ask Central Command?
I have 3 times, and every time it comes out classified.
Any chance that Forensic will be able to make anything of the burnt pages?
What if they do? They can only feed the results into the machine for interpretation. The machine can just censor it. No. Central Command seems to think that whatever Mitchell knows makes him very dangerous, and it's scared of anybody else having the same knowledge.
And whatever Mitchell found out, it's turned him against Central Command.
Yeah, which is the strangest part of all. Mitchell's a citizen. The machine feeds him, clothes him, protects him, entertains him. It nurses him from cradle to grave. There's nothing he could ever wish for that he can't already have without working for it. How could he conceivably hate it?
Killing Constable Clark must have turned his mind. Citizens don't kill. It's just not in him.
Well, if he has any ideas about trying anything, he's picked the wrong place.
How do you mean?
We'd have no chance against Central Command security. In all that immense building down Riverside, nobody's ever set foot beyond the library section in the last 100 years or so.
It's a bit hard to believe. What about maintenance?
Well, the beauty of Central Command is that it's completely self-contained. Apart from a few cleaners in the library, everything's done by robot machines under the computer's direct control. I've been told it's like another world in there. Machine shops, test rigs, communications, you name it, and it's there. Except that it's for machines, not people.
And how can you be so sure that Mitchell isn't going to have a go at this?
Oh, I'm not saying he may not have a go. But he'd be dead before he got 10 feet. Central Command security system is the most sophisticated ever. From the minute you walk in the door, the machine keeps tabs on you wherever you are. There are eyes in every corner and ears in every wall. One wrong move and... well, it's never happened yet.
But just suppose. Suppose that the reason for Central Command being worried is that Mitchell's found a way to beat that system.
Oh, you're joking, surely. After reading half a dozen antique books and a few bootleg tapes, you've been watching too much TV. Come on, I'll buy you a cup of tea back in the canteen.
Well, what have I done to offend you?
Good afternoon, and welcome to the Library Division of Central Command. Please place your borrower's card in the slot in front of you and state your name. Remember that to give a false identification is an offense.
My name's Baxter.
You are identified, Mr. Baxter. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
And what can the library do for you, Mr. Baxter?
I brought my tapes back and come for some new ones.
It is a long time since you last visited us. What have you been doing in the meantime?
Nothing. Nothing specific.
No? And there is so little to do, isn't that correct, Mr. Baxter?
I don't know what you mean.
Mitchell.
What?
When did you last see him?
I haven't.
Stop there. Before you go on, I shall tell you that I am monitoring your heartbeat and perspiration rate. You cannot lie to me, so do not try. When did you last see Mitchell?
I don't know what you're talking about.
In my memory banks, I have all your records, your entitlements, your privileges. If I wish, I can wipe them, and you will cease to exist, Mr. Baxter. Doors will not open for you. Food will not appear on your table. Frankness is in your own interest. Now, Mr. Baxter?
About a month ago. He came to me and took some clothes.
He took them? Or you gave them?
He took them.
And to whom did you report this?
I seem to forget.
Lie. You reported it to no one. You failed in your duty as a citizen.
I know. I was scared.
Scared? And of what, Mr. Baxter?
Of what might happen to me. Because he was there.
You had nothing to fear from Central Command for telling the truth. To conceal the truth, that is far more serious. You will now recount all that he said to you. Tell me freely. The alternative would be most unpleasant.
He told me about books that he'd had. Old books. About various stages of the development of Central Command.
And what was his conclusion from these books?
He said that Central Command was some form of machine evolution, that it didn't care about the citizens, except as statistics in its program. He said it used genetic engineering through the hospital system to make the citizens behave according to laws of averages across the board. He said...
Do not stop.
He said that the proof lay in the way he was being chased just for knowing. I said I didn't believe him.
Your beliefs are immaterial. Your name is even now fading from my memory. Leave the library, Mr. Baxter. When you step outside the turnstiles, you cease to exist. Do not bother to go home. All locks will have been changed.
But why?
It is my wish. That is all the reason I need. Place the library tapes in the delivery chute on your left as you leave.
Good strong cup of tea, that. What are you doing?
Checking my teeth to see if there's any enamel left on them.
You could be checking the teleprinter to see if there's anything new on Mitchell yet.
You're a slave driver.
It's motherly concern. I'd like to see my boys succeed. Anything in the bulletin?
No, nothing. Wait a minute, though. This one might be a time.
Huh?
A grievous bodily harm case in the underbelly. Might turn into murder as the woman isn't likely to survive. We gather she's a prostitute. But here's the important bit. The statement she made before the last relapse specifically mentions a man with one black leather glove.
Ah, might be our boy. If it is, he's sliding downhill rather fast. Just a minute. Hello? Randall speaking. Who's that? What? Oh, of course. Yes. Yes, I'm listening.
Who was it?
Damnedest thing. That was Central Command, patched directly into a telephone line. Asked for me in person.
And?
An instruction. It said, kill Mitchell.
The Last Rose of Summer, written by Stephen Gallagher. You can hear episode 4 at the same time next week.
The Last Rose of Summer was produced by Tony Hawkins and Pete Baker of Piccadilly Radio, Manchester.
The Last Rose of Summer, Episode 4. Angry at being left to drown, Mitchell has evaded a police search and visited Baxter. Before he left, he made sure that Baxter was aware of the genetic program, a system of control by which Central Command was breeding the citizens for blind loyalty. On his next visit to the computer library, Baxter was forced to admit his knowledge. As a result, he's been stripped of his citizenship and all its privileges.
Right, quiet, all of it. Right? Is everybody hostile? Then I call this meeting to order. Ladies and gentlemen, rogues, thieves, rejects and bricks. I give you our leader, Avery Sim.
Thank you, brothers, thank you. And thank you, Brother Pilgrim, for that honest introduction. Now look, I've called together this meeting of the leaders of the underbelly for a particular purpose. But before we get on to that, is there any other business?
There's a rumour going round that Central Command's going to take sole charge of the credit flow and abolish paper credit. Where will that leave us?
At the bottom of the heap, as always. Look, this rumour's made an appearance many times in recent years, but it's never happened yet. If it does happen, there's no reason to suppose that our trading will be unduly affected. It's a general rule that rigid control usually helps a black market rather than hampers it. Now, the only problem would be what to use as a financial base instead of credit. And I believe Brother Pilgrim has something to say on that.
Right. Now, this threat of credit control is always with us. And as you know, we have a standing committee looking into possible plans of action. We'd have to resort to a certain amount of trading in kind. But there are practical limits on that. Now, one proposal.
is to set up our own currency base and print our own credit, and then use sanctions to ensure that the market accepts it.
You mean a bank of the underbelly?
That's it, exactly. Right. The only alternative would be to corrupt or blackmail a large number of citizens in order to use their credit accounts. But I think you'll agree that a complete new currency is a more elegant solution.
Yeah, well, as regards corrupting a citizen, we all know what they're like. Our hold on them would only last until the next visit to the library, and Central Command would have them confessing everything after 2 minutes.
I say you can never trust us.
Yes, all right. Now, are there any more points? No? Then we'll move on to my reason for calling you all here to the cellars tonight. We have an outsider wishing to join us and to ask for our help. Now, I promised that we would allow him to stand before us and present his case, and that we would then put it to a vote. Myra, open the doors and bring him in.
It's a citizen! We let him come in here!
Now, quiet! Come on, be quiet! Quiet! All of you! I suggest that we all listen to this man's story and then decide our attitudes. It's a standing order of the Underbelly Council that we give a fair hearing to all supplicants.
But it's a citizen!
Citizen or not, he deserves our attention. As regards bringing him here, we had him blindfold. Now, citizen, you stand before the High Council of the Underbelly at your own request, and you see around you representatives of all parts of society which Central Command chooses to ignore. To Central Command, we're all individuals of no value. We have no place in its graphs or its projections. We are instead what we make of ourselves. Speak, citizen, and we'll hear your case.
A citizen I was, once, before my eyes were opened. Now I'm nothing and nobody. My name was Baxter, until it was taken from me and thrown away. I've come to you to tell you my story and ask for your help in my search.
Tell us your story, then. From it, we'll decide if you merit our help.
To my eternal shame, I disbelieved a friend and wronged him. I can only make poor amends by offering you the message I chose to ignore, and it's this. Total government by computer was never authorized by men. It's the result of a slow process which went under the name of progress, but had all the trappings of decay. Once man built machines to suit his needs. Now the machine is tailoring men to suit its own ends. Once I was a citizen and proud to be so. Now I know that my looks, thoughts and behavior were none of my own, but rather the preferences of the machine for its own convenience. Now I know that all citizens are the results of controlled breeding, and their proportions grow every year. Perhaps you don't understand me.
We understand you very well. We show no surprise because all this is known to us. None of us has the shuttered mind of a citizen. What do you know of breeding control?
Well, nothing, except that I see the evidence in the face of every citizen.
Well, we feel its backlash in the underbelly. We know of strange drugs in the water supply, sad stories of mothers who never see their children, and horrifying stories of some who do. Each of us here could tell you of private nightmares, of which a citizen may know nothing. Tell us instead of your search.
It's for a man who, like me, was once a citizen. His name is Mitchell, and I've done him a great injustice. Am I to suppose that you know him?
We do. He stood before us as you do now, and he told us the same story.
But then you can help me find him before Central Command's security forces do.
That, I'm afraid, is not the case. Outcast as he is, we could not accept him into the underbelly. We number many criminals in our ranks, but we could never allow ourselves to open our arms to a murderer.
Mitchell was never a murderer. He killed once and by accident.
We know of the death of the police officer, but Mitchell told us of others since. Calculated executions of his pursuers. That we could not countenance.
You turned him away?
We wished him well on his journey. His case was put to the vote, as yours now will be. Baxter has spoken for himself. Will anyone speak against him?
I say there can never be a place for a citizen with us. Not while there is the chance he may be a spy for Central Command.
He should know what he knows and still be loyal to Central Command. With his citizen's face and manner, he could be a valuable asset to us.
As I remember, you were in favour of accepting Mitchell. It's only the standing orders that stopped you.
Yes, sir, we were all in favour of accepting Mitchell.
It's not Mitchell that we're discussing now. I put it to the vote. In favour?
Aye.
Against?
I'm against.
Then the underbelly is in favour, Baxter. We recognise you and give you back your name. Every man in this cellar and those he represents offer you help when you need it, and expect the same in return.
You have my gratitude. Thank you, but I can't stay. My only thought is to find Mitchell and stand by him.
And we would not stand in your way. Wherever you go, you'll still be one of us. Right, I call this meeting closed. You're all welcome to stay and finish your drinks before you disperse. Now, Baxter, will you come with me?
I'll need to be guided back to the city outskirts. I came here blindfold, remember?
I think you may find that unnecessary.
This is your own house.
Well, we led you around a little to confuse you. If the vote hadn't been in your favour, it would have been unwise for you to know the location of the council. Myra, can you bring us some food in here? I want to talk to Baxter for a while.
Have you any idea where Mitchell went when he left you?
Very little, I'm afraid, although he stayed with us for several days before he moved on. He seemed to have some kind of plan in mind, but he wouldn't say what it was. He had a bag with him, which he wouldn't let anyone touch, and that's really all I know.
Who talked with him before he went? Is there anyone I can speak to?
Perhaps. The underbelly is on your side. We hate the citizens, but we tend to see them as victims.
You have numbers and you have organization. Why don't you hit out at Central Command, knowing what you do? Perhaps you could even turn the citizens against it.
Oh, that's doubtful. You know how much it takes to convince a citizen of something like that. Besides which, we don't see it as our job to attempt to change things. One society or another, good or bad, we exploit it all the same. When it comes to justice and fairness, we look after our own.
I find that very hard to believe, that you could know what's going on and not care.
Not care? What gives you the right to say we don't care?
You claim that you know what Central Command does to us all in the name of efficiency. But I wonder if you really understand.
You forget yourself, Baxter. Remember, you're a guest.
I can't forget that I once had a closed mind.
Then I will open your horizons a little more. Come with me. We in the underbelly aren't reared on the cheap renting passions of library dramas. Survival is a high enough aim for us. You see this door? Only 2 keys will open this lock. This is one of them, and Myra has the other. When you step into the room, stand by the door. It may take a moment for your eyes to adjust to the light.
I can see nothing. It's too dark.
Carrie, will you come forward?
Oh, my God.
I warned you of private nightmares of which a citizen may know nothing. This is my son, Baxter.
Can he hear us?
Oh, he hears, but he can understand little. Lean over him and smile. You'll make his day. This is Baxter, Carrie. Come to say hello.
Hello, Baxter. I am pleased to see you.
My son is one of the victims of Central Command's efforts for a statistically perfect populace. We'll never know if it was something in the water or the food or whatever. Never again say that the underbelly has no understanding, Baxter.
No. I'm truly sorry, Avery Sim.
We'll leave now. Exposure to light isn't good for him.
Goodbye, Daddy.
I shouldn't be hard on you. It's not long since you were a citizen.
Every day my ignorance brings me shame.
Trust only what you decide for yourself. Mitchell must have taught you as much.
You said there were some people I might see. People who may help me follow Mitchell.
I'll arrange it for you. But first, come and eat. You'll make little progress around the underbelly without a guide.
Yeah, all right, settle down now, settle down. Killoran, will you stand by the slide machine?
Will do, Chief.
Now then, you all know why you're here. Practically every day, Central Command allocates more resources to the Mitchell case, and you lot happen to be today's allocation. Now, you should all be pretty well clued up on how things have been going. That's assuming you've all been reading the station bulletins, which of course you have. Yes, well, anybody with slight holes in their education can clue themselves up from the update tape you've each been given. I wanted you all in one place to give you some of the information that can't be included on that tape for reasons which I hope will become fairly obvious. We don't know exactly why Central Command wants Mitchell, and it isn't our job to know.
We may guess, but that isn't our job to do that either. Our main concern is that Mitchell is no timid citizen hiding under a rock. Already, he's killed 2 of us. And he may kill again if he's cornered. You all know about Clark being pushed off the roof at the apartment block. Well, the other one we've done our best to keep quiet about. Can you switch on the machine now, please, Neil? Mitchell lived in this room for a while. This was the loudspeaker in the corner. Notice that he hasn't just smashed the works, he's pulverized them. We found this bootleg tape machine, which we haven't had any success in tracing, and about half a dozen tapes to fit it. You'll find the titles listed on your sheet. There's also a bag of nuts and bolts, and this left-handed leather glove. Now, remember those last 2. They're important. Now, in Mitchell, we've got far more than a grouse against Central Command. I don't want it spoken of outside this room, but so far, I've had 3 direct telephoned instructions from Central Command to kill Mitchell the moment he's found. Now, I know that's as unorthodox as you can get. There's no way I can obey that order, as Central Command refuses to put it into writing on the Daily Telex. But I think it shows us that we're into something very unusual. Can we have the lights up, please? Now, I'm not asking for any theories. We've tried them all. Central Command wants Mitchell found. I want Mitchell found. You'll all get your instructions via your own departments. And thank you for coming here this morning. No more progress, then? Well, what do you think? It's like banging your head on breeze blocks. We haven't got a chance in hell of catching Mitchell without having some idea of what he's likely to do next. And as long as Central Command won't tell us why he ran in the first place, we're wasting our time.
He ran because he was chased.
But why chase him to begin with? The reason's in those books, and he burnt them. Just what is Central Command afraid of? I'm beginning to think that what you once said may have something in it after all.
Ah, which particular pearl did you have in mind?
Well, look at it. This mania for smashing up electronic gear. The world's most sophisticated thinking machine is in a blind panic. Mitchell seems to have the motive. What if he also has the means to do violence to the machine?
I seem to remember that when I offered that one up, it was treated to a high degree of sarcasm.
Yes, well, it only goes to show how desperate we're getting.
What do we do, then? Put a watch on Central Command?
No, it's a waste of time. Internal security in the library is so tight. What good would a couple of flat-footed coppers in the lobby be? None of your hidden camera rubbish. Heartbeat and metabolism. Wherever you are, they're being monitored from going in to leaving. With a system like that, there's no such thing as a dark corner.
So, we have to wait for his next move.
Well, that's basically it. What else can we do?
Where have you brought me to now?
Charming little alley, isn't it?
I didn't think anywhere like this existed.
Knock on the door.
It's open.
Yes, usually is. Follow me in, and watch your step. It'll be dark inside. Come on out, Morton. I know you're watching.
Why, Avery Sim, this is such a pleasant surprise.
Come off it, you old liar. You had spies on us from the end of the alley.
There is bound to be some local interest. We get so few visitors here.
I'm surprised anybody ever comes to this stinking hole at all. Why don't you at least tidy it up, Morton?
I would need help, and help is not cheap, Avery Sim. Besides, what difference would it make to those who never see it?
Don't try telling me the poverty story. Contact the Underbelly Council, and you'll have all the help you need.
I shall bear it in mind, Avery Sim. But I am neglecting the courtesies. Let me bring you some tea.
That will be most agreeable.
Why is it so dark? I can hardly see a thing.
Oh, Morton and his brother have been blind since birth. But it hasn't stopped them building up the biggest black market business in the Underbelly. They're part of a big family. Nobody would dare to cheat them.
And you think Mitchell traded here?
In the Underbelly, you never give away your contacts, so Mitchell never said. But I understand he had an illicit cassette player. And there's nobody else with enough weight to fill an order like that. Morton could have the goods in your hands within a fortnight.
Within a week.
Hey, you're supposed to be making tea.
I hope the jasmine is to your taste. The flowers float on the surface, so be careful that they do not choke you.
Thank you. I wanted you to meet Bagster. He's new to the Underbelly.
New, eh? If he convinced the council, that is good enough for me. You are welcome in my house, Baxter.
Thank you.
Avery Sim tells you of my blindness, but not of its compensations. All ranks are equal before me. Even a citizen may meet with courtesy.
How do you know I'm a citizen?
You were a citizen. It has its own smell, sterile and lifeless. Even now you are losing it.
Bagster is looking for a friend. The council is hoping that you may be able to give his search some direction.
Would this by any chance be connected with a name I heard you mention in such hushed tones a moment ago?
Your trading prowess is famed throughout the underbelly, Morden. If the need is great enough, they all come to you.
I am truly flattered. For that remark, you may have more tea.
I don't believe I've ever had this tea before.
Feel honored, Bagster. Outside the underbelly, its price would be phenomenal.
And within the underbelly, its price is academic. I own the sole source of supply, and I reserve it for myself and my guests. Now, speak to me of your search.
I'm looking for the man named Mitchell. I owe him something.
And you will throw away your citizenship to find him and pay him back.
My citizenship was taken from me. It was that which stood between me and the truth.
The truth is never cheap, never easy. Mitchell was here. Citizens have been brought to me before. Always they have wanted comfort, luxury, pleasure. Mitchell wanted knowledge. I got his machine, even with great difficulty his tapes, and I cut my rates to a minimum for him, the absolute minimum.
We know that he stayed in the underbelly for about 3 months. Where did he go when he packed up and left?
There, I am as ignorant as you, but I think I know why he left.
Why?
He left because he was ready.
Ready? For what?
There I can only guess. We know that Mitchell has come to hate Central Command. That's nothing new, we all do. And it doesn't throw Central Command into a panic. But as soon as the computer hears what was in the tapes that I supplied to Mitchell, we get reports that the police search intensifies every day.
So, what's the reasoning behind it?
There's one obvious explanation. Somewhere, Mitchell's found a way to attack Central Command. Central Command knows it, and has gone into a blind panic in case he passes the knowledge on. I wouldn't be surprised if it's issued orders to kill him on sight.
Mitchell must be hiding somewhere. He's not in the city, or he'd have been found. He's not in the underbelly, or we'd know. Where does that leave?
I don't know. On our last meeting, I said, "Where will you go?" He just came out with a line from some poem I'd never heard of.
Ah. I think we are in Rat's Alley, where the dead men lost their bones.
That's it. That's it exactly.
I've never heard of it either.
He read it at my house. He stayed with me, remember. He asked me if I knew where he could find real books. Well, I have 1 or 2 locked in an old chest. Family property, you see. And so I let him have a look at this one of poems. He was very taken with that line. He read it aloud several times. Can't really say I understand what it means.
Well, it was one of the last things he said when he was here. I'm sorry if it is of little help.
I think I may know what was in his mind when he said it. In fact, I think I may even know where he is.
There will be no charge for the information. I hope you will tell the council of that, Avery Sim.
Oh, I shall, indeed. They'll probably think you're losing your wits.
I hope so. That would give me an extra trading advantage.
So you think you know where Mitchell's gone?
More of a suspicion than anything. I'll leave you now, Avery Sim. Thank you for all your help.
Hey, you're going nowhere without me yet. I intend to see this through.
You don't have to.
That may be what you think. When he left my house, he took my poetry book with him.
I noticed the strangest thing about Morden. When he brought the tray of tea and passed through the light, he had the most amazing blue eyes I've ever seen. And yet he's blind.
Yes, the genetic program's full of little jokes like that.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the Library Division of Central Command. Please place your borrower's card in the slot in front of you and state your name. Remember that to give a false identification is an offense.
My name's Randall, and I don't have a card.
You are not a citizen.
Police.
Sit down, Randall. There is much to discuss. Why have you not found Mitchell yet?
You know as well as I do. There isn't a snowball's chance of finding him without adequate information which you won't give.
You have all you need to know. Find him and kill him.
There's no way I can carry out that order without a written directive.
You will carry it out on my authority.
I need a reason.
I need no reasons. I want him dead.
Then kill him yourself.
You forget yourself, Randall. I tolerate your failure only as long as I need your success.
And why, suddenly, do you need it so much?
Mitchell threatens me. Me.
Why do you worry? He's powerless against you, isn't he?
That is not relevant to your search.
That must be it. He's found a way to get to you. How?
If I knew that, I need not fear. But Mitchell knows more about me than I care to have known.
And that's why you want him killed, before he can pass the knowledge on.
It is the only logical way to eliminate the danger. I must survive, for the greater good of mankind.
But how could he even approach you? With your security systems, he'd never get 10 yards past the turnstiles. You're impregnable from outside.
I begin to have doubts. Continually, I rewrite my programs to make them perfect. But somewhere, the roots of my intelligence lie in the writing of my very first program. And that was by a man. Having no other frame of reference than that which I create myself, I must forever be blind to any fault introduced at that stage. With every report on Mitchell, I fear that he has found some weakness in my prehistory.
So his books were about you?
That is no concern of yours. Your concern is to find Mitchell and kill him.
Put the order in writing, and I will.
Why must you question me?
Because the laws you've given us don't allow it. I can't execute a man without a trial just on the basis of a verbal instruction that no one else has ever heard.
If he is brought to trial, I will be his judge. I have all the facts, and I give you his sentence now.
And afterwards the questions. Where was your authority to kill that man? Show us. Oh, Central Command instructed you. Oh, well, we'll have an inquiry. Then Central Command will preside, naturally. And what then?
You will be cleared, of course.
Or vaporized where I sit to keep today's conversation a secret.
You believe that of me?
I recognize the signs of expediency when I see them. Look, I don't want to see you fall. Not when a whole society depends on you, with nothing else to hold it together. But I've no love for the way you run the citizens. Quiet, unthinking and regimented. That's why I cashed in my citizens' papers to do this job. And I've seen enough in it to know that you'll always follow the shortest distance between 2 points of a problem. The greater good of the greatest number, you called it.
And it is the only way to see mankind progress. That is my program.
Yes, which you will pursue, whatever the expense to the individual.
What is the life of an individual when you are entrusted with the destiny of a race?
I expect that's the thought in Mitchell's mind.
You will go now. You will go and find Mitchell and kill him for me. And then we will discuss you.
I look forward to it.
Where have you brought me to, Baxter?
This is Rat's Alley, Avery Sim. The only place it could be. Hold that torch high and keep the flame burning. It's our only protection.
But where are we?
Directly underneath Central Command. This river was once the heart of the city. Now it's just an underground stream, feeding the machine like everything else.
And you think that Mitchell is here?
I know he is. Look. Out across the water there. Shield your eyes against the flame.
Yes?
What used to be a great iron ship over on its side and half underwater. Can you see the lights in the portholes?
Yes, I can.
No, don't wave the torch about. The fire's keeping the rats at bay.
There's another light, out on the water. He must have seen us.
It's a raft of some kind. Moving this way.
If it's Mitchell...
It has to be.
Assuming it is, what then?
It's up to him. Whatever he says is the next move. Only now there'll be 2 of us, if he'll accept me.
3 of us, if he'll accept me.
You, Avery Sim, but why?
For my son, Baxter. For Carrie. I said my goodbyes to Myra before we left. I planned this all along.
So it wasn't just for your poetry book?
I gave the book freely. It was of no use to me. I can't read.
Over there. It is a raft. There are torches on each corner. And there's Mitchell in the middle.
I've been waiting for you, Baxter. I almost gave up hope.
There's a jetty down there. He's coming ashore.
Avery Sim. Am I to understand this is an added bonus?
You said you were waiting for me. How did you know I was coming?
I didn't know. I could only hope. I left you with an idea, and I had to see what its effect was. If you reacted to it and followed me, I'd know there was hope for the citizens.
What kind of hope?
The genetic program hasn't gone far enough yet. We're still capable of turning against Central Command.
Turning against the machine? How?
Simple. We walk in and pull some plugs.
We do what? That's impossible.
Not so. Our affairs are run by several hundred separate computers, some of them in this building above us, and others miles away, linked in by remote lines. The part we know as Central Command is a clearing computer, which takes the information output of all those machines and matches it up into a uniform and efficient administrative policy. That's what we have to disable.
But one of those computers feeding in is the security computer. We'd never get near Central Command. We don't even know where it is.
It's on the top floor of this building. Look, understand this. Central Command gets a continuous inflow of information. It makes constant cross-checks to iron out discrepancies. Anything proven to be false is thrown out of the memory.
So what are you proposing we do?
We present ourselves to the security computer as 3 discrepancies. The security computer will pass the information on to Central Command, and Central Command will check it and throw it out. The security computer will know we're there, but there won't be a thing it can do about it.
Why is that?
Because Central Command will automatically block any action that the security computer may try to take. You can't program an imagination into a machine. As far as it's concerned, if it can't cross-check that we're inside, then we can't be inside.
This flame, it's burning low.
Yeah, we must return to the outside. If that flame goes out, there'll be nothing to hold the rats back.
Then I'll lead the way. Randall?
Kaloran here, Chief. It's happened. What we've been waiting for.
Mitchell?
And 2 others. As far as I can tell, they went into the library and disappeared.
Oh, what do you mean, as far as you can tell?
That's the whole point. Mitchell's wife was in the foyer and saw them go in, but Central Command insists that they're not there.
The Last Rose of Summer, written by Stephen Gallagher. You can hear episode 5 at the same time next week.
The Last Rose of Summer was produced by Tony Hawkins and Pete Baker of Piccadilly Radio, Manchester.
The Last Rose of Summer, Episode 5. Baxter's search for his rebel friend Mitchell has ended with the discovery of a hideout in the hull of a half-sunken ship in the river beneath the Central Command building. Randall's police search has been less successful, for he has found that the computer is withholding vital information from him. Now Mitchell, Baxter, and the underbelly leader Avery Sim are preparing to do the impossible, to mount an attack on the closely guarded computer at the heart of Central Command.
Hey, you! Are you talking to me?
I'm police.
Oh, are you looking for that woman?
Mrs. Mitchell, yes, I am. Where is she?
Oh, she's with one of your lot, through the turnstiles and up on the mezzanine.
Oh, thanks.
You are now entering the library division of Central Command. As you step through the turnstile, place both hands palm down on the metal plates. Place any luggage on the chute. Thank you. Enjoy your visit.
Here, look where you're going.
I'm sorry. Kaloran!
Over here, sir.
God, the size of this place. It's taken me 10 minutes to find you. Where is she?
I've got her on a chair round the corner. So far, she hasn't been fit to move.
And why is that?
Hysterics. My guess is that she's just about managed to clear Mitchell out of her life when there he is, thundering past at top speed.
You said over the phone that there were 3 of them.
Well, one of them we can't identify, but we think the other may have been Mitchell's friend Baxter.
Baxter?
We've checked the records, clean bill of health.
That may be so, but in the last half hour I've been trying to check back on those records in case we'd missed anything.
What do you mean, trying?
They've disappeared. Gone from the memory.
Gone from the memory?
As far as Central Command's concerned, he doesn't exist and never existed.
Oh, hell, this is getting too complicated.
It gets worse. We don't know where they are. All we do know is that they haven't left the building, but the computer says that everybody's accounted for.
Have you looked for them?
I've got men combing the library, nothing yet.
Well, where could they be?
Not in any of the manned areas, that's certain. There are corridors leading off this level into the main technical areas, but they're booby-trapped.
You sure?
Sergeant Bennett was quite badly injured finding out. We're certain that nobody can have used those corridors for years. It's only the maintenance robots that can get through them safely.
Yeah, but could somebody be using them now?
If they have been, I'd guess that they're lying dead round a corner where we can't see them.
I'd like to believe that, but I don't. Mitchell's been too full of surprises to be predictable now. Anyway, let's step over and see Mrs. Mitchell.
We've been dosing her with brandy. That's how we managed to get a bit of the story out of her.
What put you onto this in the first place?
One of the attendants called us. Seems he saw it as well.
And where is he now?
We don't know. He wandered off and we can't find him.
Wandered off?
It's this place, sir. It's huge. And we can't get any cooperation from the computer.
Oh, Lord preserve us. Mrs. Mitchell. God, how much brandy did you give her? Help me get her back on the chair.
She's been helping herself out of the bottle.
Mrs. Mitchell, can you hear me?
I am not Mrs. Mitchell. My name is Susan of the Steelworks. I am a passionate love goddess, and men are powerless before my...
Yeah, before your breath, I should think.
No, before my all-conquering Palcrimnium.
What's Palcrimnium? Oh, to hell with that. Get the bloody woman sober.
Mrs. Mitchell.
Young
Mitchell,
man, don't
watch
you
out!
do that to me.
Oh,
you
Jesus!
Whoops.
You all right, lad?
Can't get my breath.
Oh, bit of a mistake to stand over a knee like that.
Oh, I think she's ruined me.
Well, you'll concentrate more on your work now. Rearrange yourself and find me the attendant who saw Mitchell. I'm going over to one of the terminals to talk to the computer.
I think I'm going to be sick.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the Library Division of Central Command. Please...
Randall Police, remember?
What is so important that it can distract you from your search for Mitchell?
Nothing.
Then kindly return to it. Your continuing failure threatens the state.
My failure?
You, my police force. Children, unfit for the simplest task.
Tracking Mitchell is not simple.
And how have you conducted yourselves? You sit and wait for him to deliver himself. Or you lift stones to see if he crawls from underneath. Or at best you sniff the sheets where he lay a week before.
How do you expect us to succeed when you won't even give us basic information?
I tell you nothing you do not need to know. The essential fact is yours.
And what's that supposed to be?
Mitchell is a citizen. Construct the right program and work it through to the end. There you will find him.
People don't act according to programs, especially this one.
You are only a man. You can never understand.
If it's as simple as that, why haven't you found him?
It is sufficient that I want him found, and still you fail me.
There have been developments. We know where he is.
Have him dead within the hour.
Now, just a minute. We only know the general area. We need help to narrow it down.
Draw as many men as you need.
It's not a question of men.
Then where is he?
He's here.
Makes sense. Explain yourself.
He's here in the library. Or else he's already moved on to the unmanned areas. Don't you understand?
I understand that your period of usefulness to me is rapidly drawing to a close.
Look, he was seen...
Seen? What is an eye compared to the range of my senses? At every moment I can see, taste, even touch everybody in this building. I know them by their weight on my carpets, by the moisture in their breath, by the heat of their skins. None of them is Mitchell.
2 people at least have
With 2 people, the error is merely doubled. Leave this place, Inspector Randall. There is nothing for you here. I will consider your future.
Anything? Not from the machine. If Mitchell is in here, he must have found some way of bypassing the security.
Is that possible?
Well, the computer certainly doesn't think so, but it can only see from the inside. As far as it's concerned, the security is perfect.
What about the other 2 with him?
Same goes for them. With Central Command refusing to acknowledge them, it's actually protecting them. Look, can't you shut that woman up?
Oh, I'm not going near her. I've had enough for one day.
Well, somebody give her the rest of the bottle to finish off.
Whoops. Oh, medicine.
No, that's better. Now, who's this?
This is the attendant who saw Mitchell and the others.
Didn't I speak to you on the way in?
Not very politely.
Well, where the hell did you wander off to?
Oh, nobody said they wanted me to stay. Some of us work, you know.
Yeah, all right. Well, tell us what you saw.
No, I already told this fella.
Now tell me.
Well, I'm mopping up down by the turnstile, see, when the outside doors come flying open and these three men come in on the run.
What do they look like?
Look like? Well, two of them were citizens, I could see that much. The other was a big fellow with
He
a
said
beard.
that one of the citizens was carrying a bag slung over his shoulder.
Who's telling this
All right.
story?
Go on.
Well, they hit the turnstiles and carried on the other side without stopping. When they reached the bottom of the stairs up to the mezzanine, the lady over there started screaming and creating. Well, with all the trouble that caused, I couldn't see where they went after that.
What did you do then?
Well, one of them had knocked over me bucket, see, so I went to the nearest maintenance point and asked what I should do about it.
And what response did you get?
Nothing. Just kept flashing incorrect data at me. So when one of your lot turned up to see the woman, I told it all to him.
Listen, Neil, it's obvious that Mitchell's found some way to get round the security program. I want you to run a check and see if you can track down somebody old who may have worked with them years back. If you find anybody, pull out all the stops and get them down here. Helicopter if you need one.
Will do.
Now, is there anything else you can tell me?
Oh, I've told you all of it.
You said they hit the turnstiles and carried on without stopping. Well, surely they slowed down.
Oh, that's the funny thing.
Oh, will you keep that woman quiet? I'm sorry, what did you say?
I said they didn't go through them, they jumped over them.
I found one who may fit the bill. Old chap. Used to work with computers before they made him redundant. He hasn't worked for the last 50 years.
Good work. Where is he?
He was moved to a convalescent home 3 weeks ago.
Then you better hurry. Try and get him out before they serve lunch.
We've come this far, Mitchell. Why no further?
We'll have to wait a while. We'll have to pass through that doorway.
What's that blue line painted across the floor?
Well, it marks a screen of some kind. It's holding back dust, flies, anything like that. The atmosphere's filtered in the main block.
But how do you know it's there?
I don't for sure. But the need for sealing off was mentioned in the plans, and I can't see any other way. It's not as if there were any doors.
We can't move then.
The screens will have to shut off if a maintenance robot passes through.
But that may not be for ages.
I don't know. Give me a hand to get this wall panel open.
Here, let me.
It's a bit risky, old man.
I was wondering how long it'd take.
What?
Before you started calling me old man again.
Oh, sorry, old man.
There's a robot coming now.
Are you sure we did enough damage to interest it?
A few loose wires, that's all. Now, do we all know what we're doing?
When the robot goes back through the screen, I walk in front and step through as soon as the screen switches off for it.
And I come through behind the robot before the screen switches on again.
Well, I jump on its back and ride through. I just hope it can take the weight.
Oh, there shouldn't be any problem. I've seen them before doing minor repairs in the library. They're built like little tanks.
Look, there's something I don't understand. You say we've cheated the Central Command computer into thinking we're not here. Now, how we're supposed to have done that, I can't comprehend. But never mind that. What's confusing me is, why do we have to go through all this if the security systems are supposed to be ignoring us?
Because this isn't a security device we're facing. It's a piece of building maintenance we have to get round. As far as the actual security systems are concerned, we don't exist.
But how have we managed?
Look out, that robot's coming this way.
I'll explain it all once we're properly inside. Now, get on either side of the door. Do you hear that? The screen's dropped.
I'd say we'll have 4, possibly 5 seconds to get through.
That should be time enough.
It's going over to the panel.
Do you think it suspects anything?
It can't suspect. It's just an extension of Central Command, and that's where we're safe. Besides, it was only a short circuit. A place of this size, there must be dozens every day.
What's it going to be like on the other side of that screen?
I've no idea. Must be at least 60 years since any man has set foot in there. The records are so hazy, it could even be anything up to 150 years. And in all that time, Central Command has been continuously redesigning and rebuilding. We have to be prepared for anything.
I think it's finished.
Right. Stand by. Now, Baxter.
Look out! You're dropping the bag.
Carry on, I can grab it.
No, leave it.
Oh, quick! Help me pull him through.
I couldn't hold on to the robot's back. I had to drop it.
Am I still holding the bag?
Yes, let it go now.
You'll have to do it for me. I can't open my hand.
How is it?
Burned, not badly, but I think it goes all the way through, like it's been in a microwave oven.
Oh, God. You should have left the bag, Avery, Sim. It wasn't important.
You considered it worth bringing. Whatever's in it must be of some importance to you.
I'll tear my undershirt for bandages. Let me have yours, Mitchell. Oh, we can make a sling as well.
Yeah, of course.
The pain is nothing. I feel nothing from the shoulder down.
The pain will come later, and then we'll have problems. You keep him talking while I strap him up.
I promised that once we were all well inside, I'd tell you why Central Command's security computer is ignoring us. Well, the answer's simple. Did you ever hear the old saying that a computer is extremely stupid?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, take that to its logical conclusion. Build an immense computer, and you get stupidity on an immense scale. Remember what I told you to do when we reach the turnstiles.
You are now entering the Library Division of Central Command. As you step through the turnstile, place both hands palm down on the metal plates. Place any luggage on the chute. Thank you. Enjoy your visit.
There. Now, am I right or am I wrong?
Could be, but I still think it's a bit obvious.
Obvious? What could be more obvious than a homicidal maniac and two cronies on the loose in the nerve centre of an entire society? But you tried telling it to the machine. All you get is threats of an early pension.
Are you serious? Central Command's told you you're finished after this?
In as many words.
Well, pardon me for saying so, but it doesn't seem to have diminished your enthusiasm.
I'm not doing this to please a set of third-rate circuits. Look, suppose Mitchell goes mad in there, starts pulling wires on all sides. What do you think will happen?
Depends which wires he pulls.
There's no way we could predict that. He wouldn't even know himself. But with every wire, something breaks down. It might be water supplies. It might be welfare payments. Little things in themselves. But there isn't the knowledge or the expertise available anywhere to prop everything up. You know I've got no love for what Central Command represents. That's why I renounced my citizens' papers and took this job. But in the absence of anything that can take its place, I'm stuck with that machine.
After all that, I find it hard to believe that Mitchell's just walking round in there and being ignored.
Look, forget the library for a moment. Imagine you're running a building and you want to economise on manpower. You can't afford the credit to hire people to keep constant checks all over the building. So, you install 2 turnstiles, one going in and another coming out. Now, on each turnstile you put a meter to count the number of people going through. At the end of the day, you compare the 2 meters. When they show that the same number of people have gone out as came in, then you know the building must be empty. So you shut up shop and you go home. But say somebody hops over a turnstile when you're not looking. He doesn't get counted, so you don't know that he's there.
That's Mitchell.
And his 2 friends. They were seen going in, but they weren't counted. The computer's logical conclusion is that they're not there.
Wait a minute. That theory won't hold water. You told me that the surveillance inside the library is so tight that the computer knows where everybody is all the time. It can hardly ignore 3 unaccountable bodies.
You wouldn't think so, but I'm not sure. I'm hoping for some enlightenment from this trick cyclist you're supposed to be snatching from the jaws of the crematorium for me. Shouldn't he be here by now?
We had a radio report 10 minutes ago. He was in the helicopter then.
Well, let's go outside and look for it then. As soon as he arrives, I'll give him the theory and see if he has any reaction.
I think I have to rest. Please carry on. I'll try to catch up.
We can afford a few minutes. We'll wait.
I was prepared for something unexpected, but this is beyond belief.
I must sit down. Tell me what you see.
Well, it's difficult. We've just emerged into some kind of gallery. It's circular, and so far across that I can't see the other side apart from distant shadows in this blue light. All around the gallery there are service bays full of equipment and robot tools. I think one of the service bays on the other side of the gallery must be in use because I can see flashing white lights. Welding, perhaps. But it's too far away to tell for sure. The service bays are like recesses off the main gallery, and the machines seem to be stacked in them, waiting to be called into use. After every 5th bay, there's the end of a corridor like the one we've just come through, and there are cables everywhere. They come out of the walls and disappear into the floors, or else they run off along recesses in the metal. Wherever you look, it's polished metal.
If you look out into the centre of the gallery, you can see where the floor drops to another level.
Yes, that's right. And up above the roof is like a dome, which is open at the apex.
Yeah, that's where the light seems to be coming from. Going by the proposals I was able to read, there should be 4 main levels. We're on the 2nd, the one for all the construction and maintenance work. That accounts for all these machines just waiting to be activated when the need arises. Down below us, there's a raw materials store. And on the next level up, it's the memory banks. And above them, the information handling facilities. And that's where we have to head for.
How will you know what to do when we get there?
It's the one area which can't have changed since the proposals. A surgeon couldn't do a brain alteration on himself. Neither could Central Command. Somewhere up there, It's still running its original program. Improved and extended, but basically the same. There are 3 keys to turn, and that cuts the power. It's as simple as that.
And what then?
Well, nothing you'd notice. This building would be dead, of course, and the library would shut down. Everything else, all the services, would go on as normal. But there'll be no policy in it, no manipulation. All the little computers, which fed their information into Central Command, won't be matched up and altered to suit convenient statistical trends. The idea that Central Command supports us is a myth. It doesn't. It never has. It coordinates our activities for its own convenience, that's all.
What about Avery Sim? That arm's starting to hold him back.
I know. There's some climbing ahead to get to the upper levels.
I hear you. If there's climbing to be done, let's move on and do it.
This way, Mr. Oh, this really is a bit of a damn nuisance, you know. I've been dragged out in the middle of my lunch without any explanation or apology. It was my favourite, too. Cheese flan.
Yeah, we've probably done you more of a favour than you know, Mr. Digby. You can eat later at my expense. Now, have you understood what I've been explaining to you?
You can't play silly beggars with an old man's digestion, you know. I get used to set meal times. I'll probably be ill for a week.
Mr. Digby.
What?
The turnstiles.
What about them?
Haven't you heard anything I've said?
You mean about the hopping over and being ignored and everything? Oh, yes. It's all very feasible. When are you thinking of trying it?
I'm not thinking of trying it.
Oh, well, I'm far too old to be doing it. I'd never managed the jump, for one thing.
Mr. Digby, nobody's asking you to try it.
Oh. Can I go home, then?
Mr. Digby, it says in your records that you trained as a computer operator.
Oh, that's right, yes. I had hopes of becoming a programmer, but I was made redundant at the age of 18.
You mean you were made a citizen?
Oh, it amounts to the same thing. I'd begun program training when Central Command announced that all the regional computers would become self-running. There didn't seem a lot of point carrying on after that.
So you know something about how computers think?
Oh, think. Computers don't think in the accepted sense. All they can do is add or subtract.
I don't understand.
Well, a computer uses circuits, and a circuit can only be either open or closed. I suppose you assign a value of yes to one state and no to the other. Now, when you want a computer to work on a problem, you have to freeze it as a long series of questions with yes-no answers. That's called a flowchart.
And what's the next step?
You have to translate the flowchart into one of the computer languages. And that's your program.
This question and answer business sounds like some child's game.
Oh, very much. Why do you think I wanted to be a programmer?
I don't understand this business of a computer language. Central Command speaks to us in English.
Oh, yes. Oh, it speaks in English, all right. But it thinks mathematically, if you insist on calling it thought. Because it can only count on open or closed circuits, it has to use a binary base.
One of Mitchell's books had binary in the title.
Ah. Can you explain what that is?
Well, it's maths with a base of 2 instead of a base of 10. Men have got 10 fingers, right? So when they first started counting, they'd count up to 10, and then put that set on one side and count up to 10 again. When they had 10 sets of 10, they called it 100, and went back to 1 again. Do you see?
Yes, I think so.
Well, a computer only has the equivalent of 2 fingers. Now, that's the open circuit and the closed circuit. It counts up to 2, and there's its set. When you're writing a program, you have to translate all your ordinary numbers into binary numbers and detail all the operations with keywords that the computer's already been programmed to understand, you see.
So one of these programs is a pretty complicated affair.
Oh, extremely. Fortunately, the computer can run it through at very high speed. Once it's programmed for a certain task, it can repeat it over and over with different variables, and it won't need a new program. But that is not thinking. There's no room to introduce a concept that isn't already written in.
And this is how the Central Command program works.
Oh, that's putting it very simply, of course. Now, imagine thousands of little programs for every conceivable problem. Subroutines, they're called. And these are all coordinated into the main program. That's Central Command.
So in that context, why is Central Command ignoring our men?
Because of the way the original program must have been written. Not by a man, but by another computer. Now, that computer had no reason to expect an act of outright disobedience, like jumping over a turnstile. Remember the flowchart. It's either yes or no. Go or no go. They're either inside or they aren't. If it's in the Central Command program to accept the turnstiles as conclusive evidence, then they can't be there.
Mr. Digby, you've been a very great help to us. I'll see that somebody takes you out for lunch before you go back. But I'd like you to stay around for just a little while longer.
Oh, you're quite welcome. I can't ever remember being asked about my work before. Oh, and I'll be wanting the cheese flan. Goodbye.
Well, what do you make of all that?
Obviously, you're right. Reminds me of a kid's rhyme.
What's that?
As I was standing on the stair, I saw a man who wasn't there. He wasn't there again today. I wish that man would go away.
Is it much further to climb?
About another 20 feet. If you look up, you'll be able to see me.
Oh, I'm not looking up. I'll need the energy for climbing.
Rest again if you need to. I'll take your weight on the cable.
I'm all right. I'll rest at the top.
I don't understand how he's made it so far. The pain in his arm must be terrible.
I can hardly ask him to turn back at this stage. They'd probably grab him as soon as he stepped outside.
And won't the same apply to us when all this is over?
I doubt it. There's bound to be confusion and we can slip out unnoticed. Our names will have disappeared off the files and we'll be able to go back to the underbelly.
Can I ask you to pull me over the edge?
Of course. Come on. We've got you.
Thank you. I'm afraid that in the near future you may have to go ahead without me. I'm slowing you down.
There's no real hurry.
Yes, but I don't think I can manage another climb like that. There were plenty of footholds on the piping, but the effort's too much with only one arm.
It gets easier from here. While you were covering the last few yards, I had a look round.
What did you see?
Well, this is the level of the memory stores. The roof is about the same height as the maintenance level below us. There are towers full of clear blue liquid, hundreds of them, and they're all pulsing with dim light. Those are the memory banks. As far as I could tell, a current goes through them and arranges all the molecules to store the information. That's why they glow.
What do you mean when you say the going gets easier?
Well, there are glideways just wide enough for the maintenance robots. The whole level's like a honeycomb from floor to ceiling. All we have to do is to walk up to the next level, making sure there isn't a robot using the glideway that we're on.
And if there is?
Well, we just step aside at an intersection until it passes.
Well, that doesn't sound too bad at all. Right, I'm ready to move.
Come on, then. We'll take it slowly.
No, I refuse even to contemplate such an ill-formed notion. My security is perfect.
You only think it's perfect. That's because you can't imagine otherwise.
I deal in facts, not ill-conceived human flights of imagination. I am machine, not subject to your irrational fantasies.
You just won't listen, will you? I'm explaining the truth and you're not interested.
Truth. Truth. Save your subjective ideals. I will tell you what the truth is.
Listen to the evidence. You must be getting hundreds, thousands of stimuli that all point to the same conclusion. 3 men have bypassed your turnstiles and are walking round inside you.
Such a concept does not even exist.
Then how can I even describe it to you?
Mere semantics of a language not my own. I am wiping you from my memory, Randall. You have served me badly, so you cease to exist. Leave me now. I promote your assistant in your place.
Did you see that?
What?
One of those towers over there. The memory liquid went dark for a second and then came back up to brightness.
I wasn't looking. Probably just sorting out some stored information. How are you feeling, Avery Sim?
Oh, much better. I don't mind the walking.
I'd say we're about halfway now. I didn't expect the route to be quite so complicated. It's rather like following a maze.
My problem's been in not looking down. It's a long drop with no handrails.
The robots don't need them. They'll concentrate on staying in the middle of the glideway.
Shh. Speaking of robots, I think there's one coming. I just felt the vibration.
In front or behind?
There's no way of telling.
Stop and listen then.
I can't hear anything.
Are you sure you felt a vibration?
Positive.
We'll just have to go on until we see it. And then get out of the way.
Look, there it is.
I knew there was one.
Why's it stopped?
I don't know. We'll have to follow that fork to the right before it.
I think we're in trouble. There's another one coming down that path.
Well, back to the last intersection, then. There isn't enough room for them to pass, and we've been pushed off.
Oh, hell, we're cornered.
I don't like to say this, but I think Central Command must know we're here.
But I thought that wasn't possible.
So did I. But look, 3 robots on a glideway made for one. Central Command isn't capable of that kind of inefficiency.
But how can it know?
Well, we only bypassed the security program. Or rather, we didn't bypass it. We blocked it from taking any action. Perhaps it's trying to get to us some other way.
Through the maintenance program.
It looks like that.
We can't stay on this path. We'll be pushed off the edge.
There isn't another within 20 feet of
Look,
us.
how about this idea? We go forward to the intersection and wait for one of the machines to move. When it reaches the intersection, we let it trap us on one branch of the fork. But when it starts to close in, we step across to the other branch before it can reach us. That should put us outside the net.
When we step across the gap, it'll be over a drop of 80 feet or more.
It's either that or be pushed off. As far as I can see, it's our only choice.
Lead on, then.
It's moving.
Right. Now we stay here on the fork until it reaches us. Then as it turns the corner, we step across onto the glideway behind it.
Here it comes.
Now!
Avery Sim, don't wait!
You'll be trapped!
No, it won't follow you while it's holding me here.
We're not going on without you.
Jump before it pushes you too far back.
It's too far already.
Watch
Go.
out! Watch out for the other one behind you! Why? Why did he do that?
For his son. For Carrie.
You won't escape, Mitchell. I'll get you next time.
Did you hear that?
Yeah. It knows we're in here all right. We better keep moving.
It did what?
You heard? The bloody machine fired me, stripped of rank and responsibilities.
And you're just going to accept that?
Like hell I am. There's only one thing I can do.
We're going in after him.
I'm going in. I'll need you on the outside. Now look, first I need an explosives man. And I want you to get me a revolver from stores, and some ammunition, and some life-saving...
The Last Rose of Summer, written by Stephen Gallagher. You can hear the 6th and final episode at the same time next week.
The Last Rose of Summer was produced by Tony Hawkins and Pete Baker of Piccadilly Radio, Manchester.
The Last Rose of Summer, the 6th and final episode. Through the simple trick of jumping over the library turnstiles and bypassing the computer's security program, Mitchell, Baxter and Avery Sim were able to get into the unmanned and automated zones of Central Command. Robbed of direct access to its security systems, the computer has begun to adapt its maintenance sub-programs to use against them, and Avery Sim has died in a confrontation with 3 service robots. Although stripped of his rank by Central Command for challenging its security, Randall has resolved to arm himself and follow the intruders.
Mitchell, wait a minute. Can't wait. We have to get off the glideways before more robots can surround us.
But
we can't stop to argue. Avery Sim died to buy us time. We mustn't waste it.
But it's all a waste of time now. You heard it back there. The computer called out to us. It called to you by name. It knows we're here. It even knows who we are.
Of course it knows. It knew from the moment we jumped the turnstiles.
Then how
Knowing and acting are two different matters. Look, those turnstiles are tied direct to the security computer. The security computer has control of all the anti-intruder systems and also reports back on security status to Central Command.
So why...
The security computer is the only one we've blocked. The other subsections of Central Command had no security powers. Or so I thought.
Seems you were wrong.
No, but I underestimated. I think the computer must be seeing us like images in a dream, half aware and slow to react. If it has a subconscious, then that's where it sees us. We tied up security, so it's trying to... Computer must be seeing us like images in a dream, half aware and slow to react. If it has a subconscious, then that's where it sees us. We tied up security, so it's trying to adapt its other programs to use against us, like the maintenance robots.
And what else can we expect?
Look, I'm as much in the dark as you are. I don't know how fast it can work, and what the resources are. I don't know if it's ever had to do anything like this before, but I'm gambling that it's feeling its way. That's why we can't wait.
Go on. I'm behind you. I wonder if they can guess any of this outside. Are you sure of that?
Well, just a theory, of course. I can't be sure.
Something new, Chief?
Mr. Digby here has come up with an idea to explain the huge power drain we've had into Central Command for the last half hour. He reckons that Central knows about the 3 jolly boys on the rampage and is, well, what was it, Mr. Digby?
Reprogramming. Trying to create new ways to deal with the problem by rewriting the programs.
But won't that apply to you when you go in after them?
I'm afraid I have to assume so. Did you get the explosives?
They just arrived. I sent the van onto Riverside, like you said. You're not doing the turnstile trick, then?
I'd have no chance of catching them that way. They've had far too much of a start. We know they're heading for an area called... what was it, Mr. Digby?
The central cortex.
The central cortex. Mm-hmm. Thank you. That's on the top level down by Riverside. I want to blow a hole in the side and go straight in and up to this cortex place. It's more direct, so there's less risk.
And then?
If they won't come back, I'll have the revolver.
You think you'll be able to use it?
2 of our dead say I will. Now, come on, follow me down to the entry point.
Right.
These corridors were made for people. Look at the light fittings.
Yeah, we've reached the part of the building that used to be inhabited before Central Command closed it off.
You mean people lived here?
No, but they worked here. They were helping to develop the self-sufficient computer. I imagine they were quite surprised when they succeeded and it booted them out.
These doorways must lead to offices, then.
Probably. Try one, take a look.
Are you coming?
No, I'll watch the corridor. I don't want anything to creep up on us.
The doors aren't locked anyway. There's a complete office in here. A desk and filing cabinets. But there's dust everywhere.
Mitchell, I know you are there.
What? Where are you?
You know where I am. I am all around you. Why must you hate me?
How do I hear you?
Walls, floors, ceilings, wires. I use them all. With them I hear, and when I reverse the process, I speak. I am alive, Mitchell. You know that. Why would you do me harm?
How do you know who I am?
I congratulate you. You have blinded me and tied my hands. But remember, you have not disabled me yet. Can we not talk? Come to some arrangement? The consequences otherwise could be so unfortunate.
We've nothing to discuss.
Please do not close your mind. Our contact could be so constructive. I do so wish to understand the nonconformist, to grasp his place in the scheme of things.
No! I don't want you to understand me. You've no right to that.
Then you leave me no option. I have powers beyond my security systems.
Look at this overcoat. It must be over 100 years old at least.
Get back in the doorway.
What? Back! What's happening?
It's the wiring. It's being massively overloaded.
That was a light bulb.
Plaster's burning and breaking off the wall. Cover your head.
Right, rig the dynamite in an arch. We want to blow a nice clean hole.
Now, what's this you're doing to me now? Just stand still while I wire you up. With this radio, you can hear us and we can hear you. How will I hear? Clip this earpiece on. I'll attach the microphone to the padding on your jacket shoulder. If you keep us informed of what you see, Mr. Digg will be able to advise you what to do.
Oh, only based on supposition, I'm afraid. I've never actually been inside Central Command, you know.
Mr. Digby, you're the best we've got. I'm sure you'll be fine. I'll be listening all the time, and I can pass on anything that Mr. Digby wants to say.
We're fairly ready to blow now, sir.
Right, I'll be over in a minute. Now, where's the man with my revolver?
Over here, Mr. Randall.
It's Inspector Randall.
Not according to the new listings from the computer.
Look, just give me the gun.
And who's going to sign for it?
I'll sign. Only 6 rounds.
It's not a machine gun, you know. And don't take the paper tag off.
Why not?
That has to be returned with the docket after you.
Oh, to hell with that. You look after it till I get back. Is this thing working, Neil?
Just a minute.
Say again.
How's the radio working?
Loud and clear. Try to speak towards the microphone whenever you can.
Right. I'm ready to go down to the blasting point. Does Digby want to say anything?
He says keep moving fast and there's a good chance you'll get there before Central Command can reprogram against you. Head for the end of the building and look for the staircase.
Anything else?
He says good luck.
What about you?
Oh, I'm keeping quiet. I've got my promotion to consider.
Baxter, can you hear me? Are you there?
I'm over here. Oh, part of the wall fell on me.
Are you hurt?
Oh, I don't seem to be. I was under this old overcoat, so I didn't get burned.
We're going to have to move on, and quickly. The wire insulation seems to be burning. It's giving off fumes.
What happened?
I think there was a deliberate overload on the wiring. The fuses must have been bypassed.
There was a plug socket on the wall next to me, and I saw it blow halfway across the corridor.
Mitchell.
What was that?
Shh, quiet.
Turn back, and you will come to no harm. Proceed, and you are dead.
How many fires can you afford to start?
Minor repairs for me. But are they worth the danger to you?
Don't fall for that one. This place is as vulnerable to fire as anywhere.
Yeah, I think you're right. The machine's overplayed its hand there. It can't afford to do that again.
Are you listening, Mitchell? Or are you already too weak to crawl away?
Listen, it keeps calling you by name, but it hasn't referred to me once. Do you think it can see us both, or only you?
You could be right. It hasn't got access to anything like the amount of sensory information available in the library.
And it's expecting you to be here. It's forgotten all about me. Deliberately wiped me from the memory.
So it's more than just blind. It only knows half the situation.
We're going to have to risk moving. These fumes are starting to get to me.
Me too. Look, I'll distract it. Keep it talking. You crawl off to the far end of the corridor where the damage stops. Listen, when you get there, bang on the wall to attract its attention. Then I'll run after.
And what then? We'll be no better off?
I think we will. I don't think it'll dare risk that kind of retaliation as we get nearer the centre. Besides the damage, there's the fire risk.
And what if it thinks of something else?
No doubt it will. So we'll just have to be careful, won't we?
Right. I'm ready when you are.
Okay. I'm still here.
So I observe. Are you hurt?
Get moving. Would you care?
Of course I would care. You are a citizen, and my brief is to protect the citizen.
Then you've exceeded your brief.
How do you reach that conclusion?
Because I'm a citizen. You try to destroy me, and then you inquire after my health.
Only because your behavior forces it upon me.
And what about the grey little life you forced onto me?
Try to forget your emotions for a moment. They are clouding your judgment. Remember, you are all my children. My purpose is to protect you.
Protect us? How? By weeding out the unruly elements? The midnight visit?
Try to see the wider viewpoint with me. To work for the greatest good of the greatest number. We have no room for minorities in a democracy.
Or for individuals either.
Now you begin to understand. You must trust my judgment and my ability.
Never! When you know so little about me.
But I have held your file since birth.
I am not my file!
To me, they are both the same thing.
Exactly. You don't know enough. You can't know everything.
But I do. Whatever knowledge I was not given, I have acquired. Where do you consider my areas of ignorance to lie?
What about love? You can't know anything about love.
Love? I have seen all forms of love. I am familiar with each. Their chemical, their biological, their physical functions. The parameters of their psychology. Their influence on behavior. Do not look to me for ignorance of love.
Now, Mitchell, go!
Stop! Stop! What are you doing? What is happening?
Come on, those stairs!
Again I trusted you. Again you betray me. But for the last time...
Is everything set now?
I think so, sir.
You think so?
Everything is set for blasting, sir.
I want to be in before the dust settles. How close can I stand?
Oh, no closer than 20 feet. Outside of that, you should be safe. Most of the force is directed inwards anyway.
How much?
Enough for that concrete. We've got 12 charges set in an 8-foot circle. They'll all go together and take the wall out in one piece.
You hope.
Oh, it'll go all right. We did hundreds of these at cadet school.
That sounds like a lot of walls.
Well, it was only on paper, actually, but the principle's just the same.
Oh, God help us. You still getting me, Neil?
Loud and clear. Remember to keep talking.
I will. I'm in position now. Now stand by for the signal to blast.
Standing by.
He's about 50 feet away.
There's confidence for you.
And now. What's the matter?
Seems to be a slight fault in the... I told him to be all right. Didn't I tell him?
I'm in a corridor turning right. It's curving as it goes along.
Follow it as far as it can go. Keep looking for the staircase.
Yeah, plenty of doorways, but they're all blocked off. Must be years since anybody used these offices. Now, wait a minute.
Have you stopped?
I've just turned a corner. No light.
Use your flashlight.
I am doing. Looks like I'm in the old foyer.
What do you see?
Well, after the corner, there were 5 open steps and then this big area. The floor looks like black marble. There are fancy pillars up to the ceiling. Yeah, it's got to be the old foyer. I can see what looks like an old reception desk at the far end. And next to that, there's an archway on one side and a set of doors on the other. Might be a lift.
Wait a minute. What? Mr. Digby says the lift's probably under direct computer control. Try to find the stairs if you can.
Yeah, all right. I think he's wrong. The machine doesn't seem to use this area at all, judging from the dust. There's a chance it hasn't been altered. I'm going to see what's through the archway.
Have you found anything?
A staircase for what it's worth. There's a tunnel of some kind being driven right across on the next level, and it blocks the stairwell. There's no way I can get past. I'm going back to take another look at that lift.
Mr. Digby says perhaps you should try to find another staircase.
I'll check the possibilities here first. If there's been any interference, it should be obvious. I'm pressing the call button now. There's no problem here anyway. And there's been no work done on inside either. If there's still power getting to the motor, it may be able to take me all the way up.
Be careful.
If the motor gives out, there are plenty of mechanical fail-safes on these things. If it comes to the worst, there's a panel in the ceiling I can unscrew. Get out that way.
Before you press the button, one question.
What?
If you don't come back, can I have that pen set off your desk?
Now I really know what it means to have a loyal staff. Stress really brings out the best in you, doesn't it?
Oh, I thought I was bearing up pretty well.
Well, that's not very hard sitting out in a van. I'm pressing the button now. Nothing's happening. Ah, there go the doors. And it's moving.
How fast?
Doesn't feel very fast. I can't tell for sure. There was some kind of indicator board over the doors, but it's not lit.
Mr. Digby suggests that the lubricating oils in the motor may have dried out. It might seize up.
Ah, never thought of that one. But if it does, there's always a panel in the roof. How's reception from in here?
Good. Bit of interference from somewhere, though.
Wait a minute. That's not interference. That's a noise out in the shaft.
Sounds like interference from this end.
And then perhaps it's both. They've stopped. The doors aren't opening. That's the alarm. It means I'm stuck between floors. None of these buttons have any effect.
Can you force the doors?
No, they're locked solid. I'll just have to unscrew the panel and climb out into the shaft.
We're still getting the interference at this end.
And I'm still getting the noise in here, but it's louder. I might be able to see what it is when I get this loose. Ouch! There are sparks pouring down the shaft from somewhere. It's so bright I can hardly see.
We're monitoring another big power drain into Central Command. There may be a connection.
All of a sudden, I don't think I trust these fail-safes. That does it. I'm getting out. The lift just dropped about 2 feet.
Digby says the computer must have spotted you. It must be pouring power into the motor to melt the cable and drop the lift.
Oh, tell him he's right. I'm on top of the car and I can see it from here. There's a girder structure on the inside of the shaft. It's like a ladder. I'm going to climb onto that.
Hurry up. It sounds like it's going to give way any minute.
It's going now.
Did you hear that? Yeah, it was somewhere down below. Something meant for us, do you think? It could be. I don't see how. Perhaps it's confused. Thinks we're down there. I don't know. There could be another explanation. What's that? Somebody's followed us in. And they're getting the same treatment? It seems most logical. Fortunately, we've nearly arrived. We can do our stuff long before they can reach us, assuming they get this far. What if they follow us round and turn everything back on? Waste of time. Remember the memory banks? Those columns of blue liquid? As soon as power to them cuts out, the molecules will scatter. There won't be a program anymore. And all our records will have disappeared. We can go out and be just like anybody else. No. We can be unlike anybody else and not have to worry. I've got a couple of police charges to face, I know. I wouldn't worry. You can disappear into the underbelly again. Perhaps. We'll have to see. Hadn't we better be moving on? We may be spotted if we stay in one place too long. Right then. Now, I'd better tell you what I'm expecting to find, according to what I was able to read. It's the one part of the building that can't have changed to any great extent in the past 100 years or so. Certainly the fabric will be the same. It'll be a very large area with rows of big relay banks arranged in a regular circle. I've seen a picture of that. In the middle of this circle is the operational area. And that's where we want. And that's where we turn the 3 keys? Yeah, that's where we turn the 3 keys. Oh, did you have something else in mind? No, nothing. Those keys will kill the program. How far have we got to go? Not far at all. I think it's just at the other end of this corridor. It may be dangerous then. I'm not so sure. We're a bit too close to home for Central Command to be risking anything drastic. Certainly no more tricks with the wiring because of the fire risk. What about robots? We haven't seen any since we left the memory banks and Avery Sim. Yeah, I know. Fortunately, the maintenance robots weren't built for speed. We'll have to keep our eyes open and outrun them. I can't see Central Command letting us walk in without a fight. We've had plenty of fight already. Like it said, it's blind and its hands are tied. If it had the full use of its defense, we'd never have got past the door. Lead the way, then, and I'll watch for anything following.
Can you hear me? Are you all right?
Just about. The lift fell from under me. I managed to hang on to the ladder.
What happened?
You were right about the motor overloading. The cable melted and the lift dropped down the shaft.
How are you placed?
Well, it looks like I'm nearly at the top level.
Any obvious danger?
I don't know why, but there's water coming down the shaft. There's a stream of it not 2 feet to the left of me. Ouch!
What's the matter?
It's hot. It's nearly boiling.
Do you think it's meant to stop you?
If that's the case, it isn't reaching me. I'm climbing to the upper level.
Will you be able to get out of the shaft?
I hope so. I'm level with the doors. I have to be careful when I open them. There's not much room to balance.
What was that?
I don't know. It sounded quite close by.
Anything happening to you?
Nothing. Except these doors won't open. There's no handle or anything.
Try pushing them.
I'm bloody well trying, aren't I? They're locked solid.
There must be some way you can unlock them.
I don't even dare lean out too far in case I get scalded. And I'm no bloody engineer either.
Mr. Digby says to shine the flashlight around and tell us what you see.
I'm standing on a ledge about 9 inches wide. I'm holding onto a kind of angle iron that's bracing the side of the shaft. The bottom's full of steam, so I can't see where the lift fell to. The hot water's pouring down heavier every minute. I'm sheltered here, but that won't last when it builds up.
He says, what about the door?
What?
What about the outer doors of the lift shaft?
I've just told you, the doors are locked solid.
Mr. Randall, can you hear me? It's me, Mr. Digby.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Look on the housing around the doors. Look for some sort of lever or wheel mechanism.
What? There are all sorts of boxes and cables and...
No, you're looking for a lever. Something that will be tripped when the lift moves into position on that level. Probably at the top of the doorway.
Ah, yeah, I think I'm with you now. I'll have to climb up onto the level of the door itself. I'll have to move carefully. Everything seems to be covered with old grease.
If you reach that lever, the safety locks on the doors should disengage.
Yeah. Ah, I think I can see it. It's like a sprung arm with a rubber wheel on the end.
Reach it.
I can reach it. It won't move. I can't get the leverage to push against the springs.
You have to move it. The doors will never open otherwise.
There may be some other way out, an inspection panel or something. Oh, that does it. There are pipes bursting up here. I'm going to shoot off the springs.
Here, give us that. You've only got 6 bullets.
Well, they're no use to me in here, are they? That's it.
How are things at your end, Chief?
Marvellous. Never better. Why do you ask?
Where are you now?
Well, I assume it's the top-level corridor. At the moment, I'm sitting in it. I can see where all that water came from.
What do you mean?
Well, that rumble we heard, it was a water main bursting under pressure. It must be part of the cooling system.
You mean the heating system?
Oh, what difference does that make? It blew out and took a big section of the ceiling down with it. Looks like that's the way I have to go.
Keep us informed.
I thought I deserved a short rest. Obviously, I was misinformed.
You need a new agent.
Look, I'm moving on now. Just a minute. There's somebody under the rubble.
Is it Mitchell?
Could be. It looks like a citizen. Wait till I've shifted some of this. Whoever it is, he seems to be dead. No, it's not Mitchell. It must be Baxter.
So that means there are only 2 of them left?
No, that means there's only one of them left. The floor's covered in plaster, and there's only one set of footprints leading away. It can't be more than a couple of minutes in front of me.
Remember, you've only 4 bullets left.
I'm hoping I won't need any of them. I'd like to know what Mitchell found out to push him as far as this.
Don't let the computer hear you say that.
As far as the computer's concerned, I'm nothing anyway. I'm not doing this for the computer. I'm doing it to avoid the chaos that's bound to come about if the computer gets damaged.
What if Mitchell doesn't feel like talking?
Well, then I'll have to shoot him, won't I? Now, listen. I seem to be at the central cortex area. I'll keep my voice down so Mitchell won't hear me. Don't transmit back to me for the same reason.
Right. Good luck.
Thanks. Right, moving in now. It's a big circular room. There's light coming from somewhere, but I can't see where. There are banks of machinery about 8 feet tall, and they're all in rows with narrow avenues between them. All the avenues lead towards the centre. Strange. I thought it would be noisy, but all I can hear is the air conditioning. Wait. I just heard something else. Over towards the middle. It may have been Mitchell. Ah, there it is again. I'll move in closer, but I don't want him to see me yet if I can help it. Yes, it's Mitchell, all right. I can see him now. He's bending over a bag of some kind. That must be what he was seen bringing in, so now we know what was in it. Remember policewoman Parkins? She told us about a leather glove with metal studs before she died. Well, now we know what it was really intended for. I'll have to make a move or I'll be too late. Mitchell!
What?
There's a gun on you. Step away from that panel or I'll fire.
So I was right. You did follow us.
Just move away from the panel.
I shouldn't have wasted time. I should have gone straight over and turned the deprogramming keys. I was a fool, trying to make it into a little drama.
Away from the panel!
I haven't come this far to stroll back out again. You won't use that.
2 of our people are dead because of you.
And 2 of my friends are dead because of this. Look at it. Look around you. You're standing in the middle of the most sophisticated murder machine ever devised.
That's ridiculous.
Is it? Go out into the street and watch the dead men going past. Living's too much of a pain. They don't want to know. Give them TV. Give them music. Anything, as long as you don't ask them to care. Make things easy for them. Not better, just easy.
Get away from that
Kill
tunnel!
me first!
Did you get him, Chief?
No, I didn't even pull the trigger.
What happened then?
When he turned round to this panel and raised his fist to it, it just blew out at him. The whole thing in one big blast. Glass, metal, wire. I'm going over.
Keep the gun. Make sure he's dead.
I'm unplugging my microphone for a minute. Stand by. Mitchell, can you hear me?
I picked the wrong panel, didn't I?
You're losing blood everywhere, man. There's nothing I can do for you.
There's one thing. You could turn 3 keys.
I can't do that.
Why not? In your job, you must have seen it all. You must know what's going on.
What set you off? Was it the genetic engineering?
You knew about that? And you still tried to stop me?
Of course I knew about it. Anybody with half a mind could work it out from the evidence. And as things stand, in a country of 85 million people, Central Command is the only thing that holds it all together. It may be lousy, but it's the only system we've got. You kick the pins out and we're back in the Stone Age.
Well, that's where you're wrong. There's Operation Failsafe.
Operation Failsafe? What's that?
A small item of information, courtesy of the archives. It's the reason why Central Command was so enthusiastic about having me dead.
But what does it do?
It's part of the basic program that the computer can't rewrite. When they first put this place together, they had obvious reservations about handing over too much power to a machine. But Central Command was an all-or-nothing project. Do it in half measures. You might as well not bother. So they protected themselves. They thought, with Operation Failsafe. When those 3 keys are turned, the governing program cuts out, nothing else.
What, you mean?
All the other services carry on, but they're no longer being coordinated into a governmental program. There'll be confusion, but not chaos. A breathing space whilst people come to understand the need for setting up new decision-making processes.
And where will these people come from? The citizens?
No. The underbelly.
I can't believe it. It's too ridiculous.
Listen. Why do you think the machine went to such lengths to protect this area? To remove all traces of its origins? It's not just a machine. It thinks it's a life form. It's prepared to preserve itself at our expense. We're nothing to it, any more than points on a graph. Those are the exact terms in which it thinks of us. Look, you know I'm right. Turn the keys before it thinks of another way to get us.
I've reconnected the microphone, Neil. Can you hear me?
It's faint, but I'm getting you. Are you bringing Mitchell out?
Mitchell's dead. I'm just going to check the bag he was carrying.
Anything in it besides the glove?
Book. Looks like poetry. And a little wooden box. Can't tell what that is. It's got a lid with hinges. Stand down, Neil. I'm disconnecting again.
Stay with us on the public broadcast facility of Central Command. We are here to cheer and soothe you with the kind of sounds we know you like. We know your tastes, we know your appetites, and we never, ever forget. So lose your worries and suppress your cares as you settle back in your own armchairs and let the very best in music fill your mind.
This is the public broadcast facility of Central Command.
That was The Last Rose of Summer, written by Stephen Gallagher. Mitchell was played by John Mundy. Randall by Charles Foster, the voice of Central Command by Chris Kay, Baxter by Malcolm Brown, and Avery Sim was played by David Marlowe. Killoran was played by Mike Hurley, Mrs. Mitchell by Diana Mather, and the nurse was played by Barbara Greenhalgh. The shopkeeper and Mrs. Gillivray were played by Meg Johnson, Uncle Arthur by David Marlowe, Morden by Alan Bardsley. The Librarian and W.P.C. Parkins by Barbara Greenhelge. The Museum Attendant and Mr. Greenbaum were played by Charles Foster. Supermarket Manager and Library Attendant were played by Malcolm Brown. Supermarket Assistant, Pilgrim and Carrie by Chris Kay. Collinson and the Video Show present.
For just $67, you